So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out cause you kept cutting the cord, and it started to fade into
At NSR Higher Ballpark in Perth, Western Australia, the Morley Eagles play the Braves in the WA State League Grand Final, game number 2, proudly presented by Harcher. A pleasant good evening to everybody from the field here in Thornlie, and I'm with my co-commentator Jess Fitzgerald. And Jess, interesting game last night.
Graham, it was an awesome game of baseball last night. It came right down to the wire, and Spaceman Jess hit one over right field and got the runs in, and we're back here for an exciting game too, mate. And it's kind of deja vu all over again with these lineups, mate. So
yeah, we could go the same lineups and the same cards from yesterday, and obviously our two pitches will be different as the umpires make their way out to home plate. Obviously, do or die for Braves. If they can't get the job done today, they'll get to go home as runners up again. So obviously, from a team point of view, all the pressure is on the Braves.
yeah, look, they'll be starting with Tucker Smith tonight, who's he can settle in and get the job done. I mean, it's a very, very, very tough win to get tonight. So Wally putting Bradley Parkin on the mound. So yeah, look, I kind of like Braves' chances on this one. But yeah, look, it's you can't say no to Morley. They're a hitting machine when they want to be, man.
Yeah, well, I think we learnt from both last night and all through this series that even if you're down by 6 runs, as a lot of teams have, I think it's the 4th time teams have come back from being down by 6 to either level it up or to go in front. So obviously you can't rest at any stage throughout the night, and I think all the relief pitchers came in and did a fantastic job. Kieran Hall and Todd Hatcher, who both came in, and obviously Wells finished it off at the end, which is where his value is now. And yeah, it was a great game all up. So
yeah, look, man, we spoke at length about Kieran and Todd beforehand when you were still setting up the field for everyone, but mate, they had absolute blinders last night, and both faltered slightly just towards the end of their final inning, but I mean, still, like, shutting down these lineups is just a huge task, and both did it very, very well. So
yeah. And speaking of lineups, let's go through the morning hitting lineup, and it's, as we said, it's deja vu all over again with yesterday. So we'll have Aaron Bonomi, the centre fielder, leading off. Will be followed by the third baseman Matt Dixon. Nick Pooch, the left fielder, will bat in the clean-up spot, or the 3, sorry, and then Bodie Wright, the shortstop. Then probably a guy who could say he was pretty close to the MVP last night in Mitch Graham at DH. Then we'll have Jess Williams at second base, and Jess really flashed the leather all night last night.
he was exceptional, mate.
And then in the 7-hole, Cameron Barr, who's a catcher. First baseman Kieran Chapman will bat 8, and the right fielder Ben Cook will bat 9, and we're the number 9. So same lineup that ran through last night.
Ben Crook's your favourite, isn't he, John?
He is,
just
yeah.
loving this
Again,
9 and 9 and 9. So
ex-science teacher who wasn't good at maths, I must admit, but I love that sort of stuff. So it's just works for us. In terms of Braves defence, we'll have Tucker Smith will be on the mound and pitching to Daniel Choi. Kevin Clark at first, Sam Kennelly at second, Jake Bowie at third, Yuta Okamura at shortstop, and the outfield being Joel Beeches, Tim Kennelly and Ben Drew from left to right. So again, Braves with the same lineup that fell just agonisingly 1 run short last night.
I mean, we saw Tucker head down to the bullpen to warm up. And it has been debated, should a change been made in that last inning last night, but I think Todd had been so red hot prior to that. I mean, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You don't know how it's really going to go. But yeah, What a game they made. It went right down to the wire.
Look, it was 2 great bunts and a bunt from the person that neither of us expected.
Yeah.
So as Tucker Smith stands up and fires the first pitch to Aaron Bonomi and high for ball 1. Our umpires tonight around first base, Ryan Harder. We'll just have the rest in a moment as Aaron Bonomi fouls that one off for strike 1. I'm just struggling to see.
Brett Robson, mate.
Yeah, Brett Robson out at first base. Mike Sherwood at second base. And looks like Ross Drinkwater down there at third base. As Bonomi fouls one up into the stands. Unfortunately, balls you can't keep. Can't keep the balls after going through, I believe they went through 48 baseballs last night.
They did much to Lachlan's dismay, so we've all been told pretty clearly what a...
And Bonomi fires that one through to the right fielder, so a great start there by Bonomi. He went 0 for 2 last night, so that's the first hit of the championship series for him. So nice start.
But he gets on base, Jono. So 3 times last night he got on base, and then again tonight, right? So
yeah, true.
And he can run the bases.
Yeah, he was walked twice last night and was hit once.
I'd probably hit him as well.
Just an easy way to get him on.
Yeah.
Keep your pitch count low.
That's right. He takes pitches.
That has the new father being Matt Dixon, and he bunts. Great bunt that picks up by Bowie. He's only got the choice to go to first base. And low throw, but well scooped out there by Kevin Clark. So a sacrifice bunt to move Aaron Bonomi up in the scoring position. So again, looks like Coach Cavalier is small balling to start the day.
Now, I would be more confident in Aaron making it off choice that kind of play, and then you could bunt him around to 3, right? But hey, it's grand finals, and so.
Well, score early is the key as Smith blows one past Ulch there, the left fielder.
So Ulch didn't do much last night, mate.
He was 1 for 4. He got a hit in the last.
He kind of came good at the end there, but yeah.
He had a bit of a tough time out there at left field, given the wind as he puts one through, and Sam Kennelly tries to backhand it, and it comes up off his glove. So that one goes through. It'll be interesting to see what they scored at, and they've pretty much quickly scored it a hit. So Sam Kennelly tried to backhand it. The ball just came up on him a little bit, and it has advanced Bonomi round to third base. So a bit fortuitous there.
You reckon that was a hit? No way.
Again, that's going by our scoreboard, not the official score.
Oh, yeah, okay, the scoreboard.
Our scoreboard attendant has been known to wear a Morley shirt on the odd occasion, as Smith fires into the shortstop, Bodie Wright, and high for ball number 1. So we'd have to check to see what game changer has. And Smith now comes set with runners on first and third, and big swing and a miss.
So I got some quality feedback from my wife when I got home last night about what we needed to do more of, Jono.
Oh, she didn't say.
less dippy dip, more oompha.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that even means.
Yeah, mate.
As strike number 2 on a foul tip there by
more
Bodie
gusto.
Wright.
More gusto, I reckon.
Maybe more screaming.
More screaming. Need more catchphrases, mate.
Well, they've all been taken, so that's the part. So now 1 ball, 2 strike count, and Smith goes low and outside for ball 2. So
we'll probably start quoting Major League or something like that. If
well, I'm not sure any of my students ever come up and say that I needed more oomph when I taught. So,
more oomph.
And it was science as well. As Smith fires up and Wright drives it out to the left fielder, and that plates the first run as Bonomi crosses the plate. So again, Morley have come out hitting in the first inning.
A little rip there by Bodie, putting it through, so he scores the first run of the game. I mean, we saw this last series though, right? Tucker, they got a hit onto him early and then he just settles in and went the whole game. So
yeah, actually interesting. I was reading the scouting report that the Sydney Blue Sox had on Tucker.
Okay, yeah.
And it said exactly that. You've got to get to him early. If you don't, he can be a handful. So, but it's sort of been a trend of this whole final series, hasn't it? Score runs early
and then shut down and then start again. Yeah,
and then start up again towards the end. So, as that brings up Mitch Graham, the designated hitter for tonight, and he drives a long ball out. Kennelly's at the fence, and it is a home run. It is out of here, off the top of the fence by Mitch Graham. And off the shed, and also very quickly the Eagles have jumped out to a 4-run lead here. It just carried and carried, didn't it? Unbelievable. I thought it was going to be up on the warning track, but
come on, Graham. We wanted to see that last night, and they bunted him. All right, come on.
yeah. Message to the coaching staff, maybe not a bunt.
He is hitting the ball so hard at the moment. He is just on. He is locked in.
So very quickly, 4 hits, 4 runs, with only the 1 out here. And that brings up last night's walk-off hero, Jess Williams, as Williams goes to bunt and fouls that one back. So now wind is not as fresh as it was last night. However, it again still blowing from left field to right field. But again, big hit by Mitch Graham as Smith comes to the plate and high for ball number 2. So that's got to really almost, well, depending upon what happens, of course, early MVP candidate for the series, as Smith goes down at the knees for strike number 2.
Yeah, so we were talking about that earlier as well, weren't we? Where, we both liked Jess and Mitch for their performances last night.
As that one's hit up to the first baseman, and he takes it himself for the putout.
So you're unlikely to win the overall MVP if you're a DH without hitting in multiple games. So I think Mitch has ticked that box, and
he's got six RBIs as well.
Oh, is that all?
So
and
we're only 1 inning into the first into the second game. So,
but yeah, I think Jess was impeccable defensively last night too. So we'll see. It's going to be a slobber knocker, mate. Slugfest.
As that brings up the catcher, Cameron Barr, and ball 1 on Cameron, and he swings and he drops a single out into right centre for the 5th hit of the first inning for Morley. So they have come out aggressive early in the count, not allowing Tucker to get ahead. So the 5th hit for the...
I think my wife has had a chat to them as well with the less dippy dip and more oompher. There's been plenty of oompher in this inning, mate.
So again, from a Braves point of view, you've still got 9 at bats, as that one's hit out to Kennelly. That's Kieran Chapman, the first baseman, and so goes Kennelly to Clark. And that at the end of an eventful first inning here at NSR High Ballpark sees Braves on the board early with 4 runs.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now. Through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
And welcome back to the WA State League Game 2 Grand Final Series, proudly presented by Harcher, renowned for going that extra mile. And we see the Eagles out on the field tonight, and Riley Pelkington is starting on the mound. Riley started game number 2 in the semi-final series, and he'll face the designated hitter for Braves in Matt Kennelly. So Kennelly went 1 for 4 last night as Pelkington fires and down low for ball number 1.
I mean, Rayleigh didn't quite have the start that he was looking for last series, but he's had a pretty good year overall, so we're hoping to come back and be a little bit better tonight, a little bit tidier.
As he goes higher and inside for ball number 2. Yeah, he pitched some good games this year for the Heat. Obviously, pitching was one area that the Heat were probably not as strong as in previous years. As Kennelly fires one and foul ball. Oof, only just about took out Ross Drinkwater there, the umpire. And just a long strike.
It's good to see JK standing on his spot that you've put for him, mate. So
yeah, he stands on the number 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sometimes wonder. I'm playing them every night, and I think, how many people are going to stand in them tonight? And, as Pelkington comes to the plate, and high and outside for ball 3. So obviously, again, if Braves can put at least 1 on the board, 1 or 2, a crooked number's better.
yeah.
That'll help alleviate some of the tension that might be in there. And high and inside, and Kennelly walks for the first base runner of the evening for the Braves. And that brings up the shortstop, Yuto Okamura. Okamura 1 for 5 last night. Played some good defense as well. I've been actually really impressed with some of the defense.
He's very smooth.
Yeah,
very smooth.
Here really early, warms up. I think he's here about 4 o'clock, 4:30. As Pelkington fires in and fires strike number 1. See him go through his warm up, which is quite extensive.
And if he keeps getting here this early, he's got to get given a job to do, mate. So,
I was just about to give him a rake and say, as he dribbles one up to the first baseman, Chapman gloves it and steps on first for the out, but that advances Kennelly over to second base. So, if anything, a productive out, which puts the designated hitter into scoring position, and of course that brings up the GOAT of Australian baseball in Tim Kennelly. Tim went 3 for 5 last night and with 2 doubles in his first 2 at bats, so he'd be looking to do the same thing again today, score his brother.
yeah, he was hot last night, so let's see if he can stay hot, mate.
Yes, he hit 2 home runs in the semi-final series as well, as Pelkington fires in a strike to open the account. And that then has his brother Sam is in the on-deck circle, as Pelkington just misses with a breaking ball there for a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
So we had young Jezza Dixon giving JK some coaching advice earlier on today with how he should have been closing out the game with Sam Kennelly, and would have made all the difference. So
as Kennelly hits it up to this shortstop, grabbed by Wright and easily thrown out at first base, but that does enable Matt Kennelly to go over to first base. Young Jez obviously after winning Senior League, I think.
Senior League Division 2, yeah.
Senior League Division 2. Now is the font of all coaching knowledge. So it's, but again, as a manager, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And everyone's a Monday, or in this case a Thursday expert. And that brings up Sam Kennelly as Pelkonen fires down low for ball 1.
I think Jezza just likes Sammy because he can get on the hill and throw hard, mate. So coming there late in the game and just start powering some in there.
Yeah, it's managing's a hard gig. Just for that sort of, for that exact same thing. As Pelkonen fires one in there for a strike number 1.
I'm sure everyone would have loved it if he brings his brother onto the mound and then he gets smacked around everywhere and they'd be like, oh, so yeah.
So, everyone's an expert with this stuff as Pelkonen fires in for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 out now on Sammy Kennelly. Sam had a good night. Well, had an interesting night. He was 1 for 5. So he'll be looking to pick that up tonight and see if he can drive in the first of... and...
Got him. Hurt him too. I think it was right in the elbow.
He's not looking too well. He hasn't rubbed it yet, so that's a good baseball thing. But
I think he's rubbing everything but it, mate. So
so we've had, interestingly, obviously hit by pitch ball there for Sammy Kennelly to put him on first base. And that brings up the third baseman, Jake Bowie. Had a long chat with Jake today.
yeah.
At the plate, yeah, we just sort of threw the fat on some hitting and some strategies and some pitching and some umpiring, and so it was
mate, everything.
It was pretty. It was a wide-ranging discussion. I was going to ask him how you change oil and change tyres, but no, it was an interesting chat. As Pelkonen comes in, fires, and picked up by Brody Wright, well picked up on the backhand and thrown over to Jess Williams, and that eliminates the runner at second base. So again, good defence there with the 6-3.
That's the start that Rayleigh was looking for, mate. So good from him.
Yep. So at the end of the first inning at NSR High Ballpark sees the Braves out to a 4-0 lead. The Eagles out to a 4-0 lead over the Braves.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love.
Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSR Higher Ballpark. This inning's presented by Qubit for all your IT solutions at qubit.com.au, as we have Tucker Smith now pitching to the number 9 hitter Ben Crook. And Crook flies one up. Bowie comes over to and grabs it on the warning track. So nice play there by Jake Bowie for the first out. Foul fly 5.
Where's the the cartwheel, mate? Like we got to see last week with Matt Dixon. You just got to.
Yeah, Matty Dixon went over, didn't he?
Didn't need to, but still did it anyway.
I think Jess Williams went over too at one point. So that's the first out there for Tucker Smith. comes in, and back to the original leadoff hitter, Aaron Bonomi. Bonomi singled to right field with 2 strikes in the first inning and came round to score. And hits one over and so slow roller there and just didn't go anywhere, and Tucker Smith couldn't get over. Tried gallantly to flick it up with his glove, but another infield single for Bonomi. So he's having a very nice series at the moment. So
Not bad for a young fella.
not bad. What's he? Other side of 35. He could probably play Masters as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
As that now brings up the third baseman Dixon. Dixon bunted in the first inning. As Tucker Smith goes ball 1, goes over to first base to keep Bonomi nice and close. Obviously Bonomi is a chance to run. And Dixon's been handling the bat well. As fires, and this one goes straight up, and Troy's underneath it, but into the stands. Oh, great catch by the gentleman right up there near the enclosure, one-handed off the dugout. So unfortunately, has to throw the ball back.
Yep, can't keep it. I'm going to come hunting for you tonight.
So that's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Matt Dixon. As Tucker comes set, fires in and blows that one. High fastball past Dixon for 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we have a fair collection of young fellas up there, just sitting
Over on the Brave side there.
over on the Braves team. So
Yeah, who's there? What's that?
this Tucker comes set and foul back for to keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
14 kids just behind first there, all sitting on the tables and chairs.
Again, pretty good crowd here tonight at the field. It's probably a little bit muggy as Smith just fires one over to keep Bonomi nice and close. So,
I think only half of those kids are Gus's as well, mate. Gus Golding. So
yeah, it's the next Braves family as Smith goes down low for ball number 2. But again, it's nice to see kids at the ballpark. We have some youngins down here doing cartwheels on the Eagles dugout.
that's Matt's little girls there.
Oh,
We
is
can see
it?
them watching Daddy hit and doing cartwheels.
Well, I actually don't think they're actually watching him hit, to be honest.
They've just had a little system, mate. They're probably
Have far more interest in cartwheels and other acrobatics. There's a 3 ball, 2 strike count now on Matt Dixon, and he fires one over to Okamura, goes to second, and not enough speed to get the out at first base. So Bonomi is erased on the fielder's choice. So again, good play by Okamura.
he's really good, mate.
I've been impressed with the glove work by the guys up the middle this year or this series. Yeah, good glove work. I'm a bit of a defence wins championship sort of guy. If you don't have to score many runs because you make the outs that you need to, I always think that's advantageous. As that brings up the left fielder Nick Ulch. Ulch singled to Sam Kennelly last inning and then scored on the Mitch Graham home run. As Smith comes set, and Ulch drives one into the gap there, and that allows Dixon to jump up to second. That keeps Ulch at first base. So Morley have come out hitting tonight.
7 hits already, and it's the top of the second, 2 out. So
If you look, sort of Bonomi 2, Ulch 2 from there, 4 at bat. So yeah, the top of the lineup working really well, and that brings up the shortstop Bodie Wright. Wright singled in Aaron Bonomi in the first inning to start the scoring for the Eagles team and has runners on first and third with 2 out. As high there for strike one. Looks like Ulch there is it's sort of gunning to go. He's almost looking like he's sizing Tucker up as Tucker comes set, and a little high there for the home plate umpire. So a 2-ball count. So obviously a little bit different though. Were Morley didn't hit that much last night in terms of, I don't think they equalled what the Braves did, but managed to get enough hits in the right places to score those that were on, as we now go to a 3-ball count. And fires in and high, and that loads the bases now for the Grand Slam man. So, well, I wonder if
Here comes JK. Yeah.
So I wonder if there's been many instances of 2 Grand Slams in the one game by the one player.
It was a 3-run shot before, wasn't it? Or was it a Grand Slam?
No, Grand Slam? No, sorry, 3. Sorry. Oh my God, that's disappointing.
That was disappointing. He's going to try and go the cycle of home runs. 4-run home run here, 3-run home run before. He can do a 2-run shot yesterday, and then he just needs a solo shot.
Solo shot, and
you can have
it's
the
obviously
home run cycle.
You go from sort of into the frying pan into the fire, don't you? Wright's obviously a good hitter, as Smith comes up high for ball number 1.
So a lot of pitches up there, mate.
Yeah, his pitch count hasn't been little, so he comes in and just misses for ball 2. Obviously no place to put Mitch Graham at the moment with the bases full. We have Wright on first, as slow dribbler to Bowie, and that shuts down the Morley hitters. So exactly what he needed there, slow grounder.
Sigh of relief from the Braves side, mate, there, and JK.
Easy out, yeah. But again, people have come back from more. So at the halfway through the second inning, it's Morley 4, Braves 0.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. We feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view, but also a supply of product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help, and we can provide that.
Welcome back to NSR High Ballpark, and sees the Braves down by 4 at the bottom of the second, and up to bat comes Ben Drew as Belpinen goes inside for ball 1. According to the WA State League podcast and Brendan Singh, he nominated Ben as probably the player that, if he gets going, really increases the opportunities for the Braves team.
Yeah, so he's a difference maker for the Braves team, and he's at that point of the lineup here where they're going to be looking for him to get on for sure here. So, what is he, 6-hole? And Kevin Clark right behind him, mate. So,
yeah, well, the bottom of the lineup was pretty productive last night for the Braves team. Obviously, if Drew can get going, that really strengthens the lineup as Pelkonen fires ball number 3, because obviously you come through the Kennelly brothers, and then you come through Jake Bowie, and as a pitcher you sort of breathe a sigh of relief. And if a guy like Drew can get hot, as Pelkonen fires in strike number 1, so 3 balls and 1 strike, that really does then lengthen the lineup.
oh yeah, immensely. Yeah, and he's been very, very good this last couple of games that we've watched him in too, right? So
As Pelkonen fires inside, so walks the leadoff hitter for the 2nd inning in a row. And that brings up the first baseman, Kevin Clark. Clark was 1 for 4 last night, had a ribby in there as well. And actually 2 for 4 last night, and was on base 4 times. As Pelkonen's just struggling a little bit at the start of the 2nd inning to find the zone as he goes ball 1 to Kevin Clark. Not sure of the speed of young Ben. And as Pelkonen fires, and again with the breaking ball and just missing high.
yeah, they don't have the pace around the diamond Braves that Morley do.
Yeah, Morley seem to have a lot of guys who can run. So as Pelkonen now has gone to 3 balls on Clark. In the on-deck circle we have Joel Beaches, and Joel can run, so he'll be quite dangerous on the base pass. As that ball has missed as well, and so for the 2nd walk for the innings, and that sends the young catcher Cameron Barr out to Pelkonen. Have a bit of a chat. Again, what do they talk about out there, mate? Can you just throw strikes, please? You just walk out. So
I know he's pointing at Ryan, so he's clearly blaming him. So
I used to go out there occasionally and just talk about something else, because the pitcher knows that he wants to throw a strike. You want him to throw a strike, so you sort of you talk about what you did last night. What's good on Netflix.
yeah,
just to take his mind off it.
talk about how expensive my haircut was today.
Oh, jeez. As Pelkonen comes in and fires low to Behares. I heard a number, and I must admit I almost got a sore neck from whipping it around so quick. $80, mate, is that
Yeah,
what
84. I paid.
$84.
Yeah. I was shocked. I went to the dodgy one at the local shops, and I got stung. The stitch up.
As Pelkonen fires in for strike number 1. So obviously fuel's not the only thing that's being gouged at the moment.
Yeah. Especially to look like a cross between Tintin and the captain. It's,
as Pelkonen fires in and high for ball number 2. Yeah, like as I was saying to you, in the break I paid $48 in Adelaide, and I was shocked.
yeah, well, mate.
$48.
But he just kept pressing buttons, and it was like cut, and then it was like fade. I'm like, mate, it's not a big fade, it's just a normal fade, right? And then like beard trim, and I'm like, yeah, okay, like it's just a trim.
As Pelkonen fires again high for 3 and 1. So
I feel like they milk the beard trimming, like I don't know why I needed to be in so many different angles for them to cut my beard.
Yeah, I'm not hairy enough to have a beard, so I'm quite lucky in that regard. But gee whiz, mate, that's on top of fuel prices, that's a killer. As again, 3rd walk in a row as Beaches finds himself on first base.
Starting to get some movement down there in the Morley bullpen, mate.
Yeah, we've got a lefty down there as Coach Cavalier goes out to have a chat.
Interesting night for Dan last night. Got told to get back in the dugout, and then had the ball thrown up in the air, and
yeah.
I think he was making the right call every time. So I feel bit uncalled for there by.
Yeah, interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because there is sort of a standard expectation when you get taken out of the game as a pitcher.
Pitches, mate. You know, just
Although I must admit, in one of the schoolboys tournaments, we went to take out a pitcher, and he handed the ball to the coach, and then just stood there.
I'm not going anywhere.
We had to actually say, "Look, you can leave now,
Right.
if you like." So, as that
Mate, one of my guys this year dragged him, walked over, kicked his glove over the back net, and classic.
As that brings up the catcher, Daniel Choi. As Pelkinen again goes and doesn't start off with a strike and comes back with a strike for 1 ball, 1 strike. It's got to be a shocking feeling because especially when the manager comes out as opposed to the pitching coach.
I thought you were still talking about my haircut there for a while.
No, as Choi fouls that one off. Well, really for both.
For both, yeah.
It's got to be a bad feeling.
Yeah, I mean, just be better, right? Like, it must be so easy just getting on the mound and just peppering the zone, right? You know?
I did it for Masters a couple of times.
You did it for Masters, yeah.
And
the strike zone was a foot bigger on either side, mate.
As Choi drives one to centre field, and that brings through Bonomi. Bonomi's arm comes through and
just got under.
Just got under. The ball gets through and allows the runners to go to second and third. So that puts the Braves on the scoreboard with a sacrifice fly by Daniel Choi. Obviously, they do know that Aaron's not going to throw you out there from centre field.
Yeah, look, not a great hop. And then Kevin Clark here coming into 3. I don't think it was picked up on the stream, but didn't go down for the slide and tried to hold up and kind of was holding his hip there. So he kind of almost ran through third and, yeah, it's pulled up a little bit ginger, mate. So interested to see how that plays out for the rest of the game.
He doesn't look quite right, as that brings up the original lead-off hitter, Matt Kennelly. Kennelly walked to lead off the first, as Pelkinen goes down low and well blocked there by Cameron Barr. Obviously putting runners at second and third with the swipe tag that Barr was attempting. The ball just out of his glove and went through to the back net. So Kennelly will be looking to drive in at least a couple here as Pelkinen fires one on the inside corner for strike 1. Look again, from the State League show, if you listen to Singy, walks kill you.
Yeah.
So, as Pelkinen fires, and there's slow roller over the top to Dixon, and Dixon throws out Kennelly at first, but that allows Kevin Clark to score the second run for the Braves team. So Kennelly did what he had to do there and got himself an RBI out.
Moves pretty well there, doesn't he, Matt? Just he's made a fair few plays like that now.
Yeah, obviously moving over
yeah.
this year from his regular position shortstop, by all accounts has taken to the position really well. As Pelkinen fires ball 1 to Okamura. On the play, we had Beaches go over to third base, sorry. So again, a runner 90 feet away. Held there for a long time. But home plate umpire Harder said ball, so a 2-ball count now on Okamura. He grounded out to the shortstop in first inning. And he fires one, and one hit to Bonomi, and that drives in the third Braves run of the inning. So, again, the team gets out, other team comes back.
Okamura was doing little Team Samurai eating out of a bowl there, mate, on first.
As that now brings out the manager, and that's all for Pelkington's day. He pitched 1 1/3 inning, only gave up 1 hit, but but allowed 3 runs to score on the back of 1, 2, 3, 4 walks and a hit by pitch. So obviously, Coach Cavalier is going early to his bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, Southie's had a pretty good year too, right? Who's coming in now, so I mean, why not use it, right? Like, I guess it's a grand final, it's do or die. You know, you really just can't let the guys have the leeway that they normally get.
No.
They want this game done. We don't know whether we're going to get a game in tomorrow night or how we're going to play game 3.
Well, the weather forecast has tamed down a little bit, which is very nice. They talked about sort of 40 mils of rain. That's come back to 20 mils.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully we might be able to get something as Okamura dances around there at first base just to get a better view of Lockie Southie. Of course, Lockie Southie, the canteen reviewer for the WA State League show.
Mate, I hope he was down at Vic Park checking out the hot chips on the weekend, mate. They were pretty good.
Yeah, they did a great job down there, didn't they? Hosting the grand final day with 3 diamonds.
I've got some comments in the chat here, mate, on Facebook. So we've got oh dear, Mitchy G, Max Power from Brad Osborne. Troy died, Jezza is the man, so shout out to Jezza. Love from Troy. Brian.
From Troy?
Yeah.
His brother's Troy.
Yeah. Brian Singh's watching from Thailand, so I think he's old man.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming it's his old man. And then Daniel Coyne here, we've got, I hope it was a cut and colour for that price. So, if going white is the colour, we mission accomplished. So, all right, back to it now. Here we go.
So we have Lockie Southie on the mound, runners at only first base with Okamura, and that brings up Tim Kennelly. Tim grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning, as the Braves have come back from 4 down to be only by 1, and fouls that one off his inner knee.
Everyone's trying to get hurt tonight.
Yeah, it does hurt, doesn't it? Like most of the hitters now, has the protection on the foot, but
I've never hit myself in the knee before.
never hit the ball hard enough to hurt myself, really. So that's.
I've only had really 1 year where I started popping myself on the ankle. I did it multiple times in the same year, and I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, that's very high up.
So
Timmy's good for a home run here, mate. Let's go.
yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
As Ryan Harder dusts the plate about 4 times to give Tim a bit of opportunity to get himself right.
Some of the old baseball. It's like, just got to clean the plate. Let's not do a concussion check or anything like that. Just got to dust the plate off a little bit before.
That's far more important.
Yeah. Give you a little bit of time.
So, however, it is nice and light though, which is nice to see. As Southie gets set, looks over to Okamura and fires in for ball number 1. So 1's ball, 1 strike count on the Australian captain. So obviously lefty on the hill keeps Okamura reasonably close. He looks over, stares him back, and goes to the plate with a breaking ball and misses down low for 2 balls.
That's a nice pitch, eh? Had a fair amount of movement to it.
Yeah, it's obviously being a lefty, he bends it right into the power zone of TK. And as that one gets in there for strike number 2, so 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 out. Okamura still hasn't looked like he wants to take second.
Yeah, 2 down, just plug in the bag, and I'm going to let Timmy hit him around.
So Southie comes set. And a check swing there, foul ball to keep the count at 2-2.
Southie's got a little bit of bling on in the ear, mate. When he turns his head, it kind of flicks at you, It's in his earring.
Oh, no boys of today, mate.
I think you have to take that shit off.
Actually, yeah, Lockie was one of the boys that we took away, I think, with the schoolboys one year. Yeah, both of these teams are well represented with ex-schoolboy players. As he fires a ball, so 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. So Okamura will be off with the pitch. And he becomes set. Okamura runs and Kennelly flies one up, but that'll be a simple fly ball there for Bonomi at centre field, and that brings the second inning to a close as the Braves put on 3, but still trail the Eagles by 1.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSI Higher Ballpark for the top of the 3rd inning, presented by Healthway. Healthway, Baseball WA and the Perth Heat, creating a healthier WA together. And just those 3 runs probably has given Tucker a little bit more leeway up there on the mound.
Yeah, I think we're still going to play by our original thought that he'll start to settle in here and go long, and definitely I think they would be feeling a little bit more relaxed as they take the field now. That
as he fires in strike 1 to the leadoff hitter, Jess Williams, and Jess fouls one off to the Sports Link sign for
trying to kill my child over there, mate. It's my little boy running around over there with all those girls.
I always get really concerned and worried as we see there's some action in the Braves bullpen as Williams flies that one off down the left field line for 0 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you very much. As the food gets delivered up to...
You got to love the delivery service that we've got going on here. It's, I wonder if we could charge for that.
She will charge, I know that. I think it's $1 a step.
Mate,
So-
back when I used to drink, I would probably pay someone $1 to go get me beer, so I would probably be okay with that. So.
As Williams fouls that one off to keep the count at 0-2. Obviously, a quick inning would be ideal here for Tucker as he misses up high for a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Williams grounded out in the 1st inning as he has a defensive swing there and fouls that one off, keeps himself alive. So
Just trying to pull up the pitch count here. 45 pitches for Tucker.
45 in 2 and a bit.
Oh yeah, hasn't got an out yet, so it's still 2.
Probably not excessive when you think about it, you know. About 15's ideal, so he's not too far over that. As Williams fouls one over the Eagles dugout.
I just think it's essential if you're going to go long that you need some balls in play to get under 15. Right? Like if you really want to go long into a game, you've got to have some quick ones, right? So
yeah, as Smith fires in and down low, I think he pitched 3 or 4 innings of a state league game and struck out 12 or something. And
Yeah, right.
it was just a ridiculous, ridiculous number. As he fires a fastball in and misses, so brings the count to full now on Jess Williams.
That is looked really good. I mean,
nice,
it's
didn't
yeah,
it?
it's.
As he comes in and fouls another one off.
I'm going to assume it was down because we can't kind of quite see that one. I was looking at the vision here, so.
And again, sort of, we spoke about it last night with Jess Williams. He's got good bat control. He's a hard man to strike out. He's probably the best bunter on the team, and is showing that by fouling off a number of pitches to keep himself alive here at the top of the third.
I'm pleased to see that the actual scorers gave Sammy the error there and it wasn't given as a hit.
Okay, that one goes over to Kevin Clark and he makes the out at first base. Well, all that means now is I have to change my book.
Yeah?
Oh.
There's 6 hits now. Still an immense amount of hits for 2.1.
Okay, so that one was he put out 3. So the error was on Sammy Kennelly, was it?
Yeah, that was the Nick Ulch one.
The Nick Ulch one, so well, that's not too hard to change. A hit from 4 to E4, as that then brings up Cameron Barr and he grounds out to Okamura at shortstop. So again, now...
So this is what we're talking about. You've got to get some quick outs, right? Keep your pitch count down and then you can keep going.
Well, Morley have come out, then other than the guys that you would expect, the Williams who have good eyes, the rest have come out really aggressive and are swinging the bat. So, and again, that works in your favour if you get hits. As that now brings up Kieran Chapman, and he takes strike number 1. But obviously, can be the downside if you make cheap outs.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
As Smith goes breaking ball and misses for 1 ball, 1 strike. And a ball now on Kieran Chapman. Chapman was 1 for 4 last night, and he grounded out to the second baseman tonight as Tucker. Oh, gee, I don't know where that one missed either. So he now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. So he delivers and fouls that one back on a 3-1 pitch, so runs the count full. So, 50 for 3, 100 for 6. Because the action down in the Braves bullpen has now ceased. So, and again, that's a bit far away for me to be able to see who exactly that is. As Chapman lines it and well picked up by Sammy Kennelly at his shoelaces. So at the end of
Top of the third, mate.
the top of the third,
So we're midway through the third.
midway through the third, we have Braves 3 trailing Morley 4.
I'm Jess Fitzgerald and I'm the Competition and Member Services Manager here at Baseball WA, and I run the food and beverage as well for the State League games that are run at the ballpark. So during the day there's some schools out here, so Darling Range, Aquinas, and then we run all of our programs and development, high performance program out here. So definitely one of the benefits of having Harcher involved is that we're quite a small team here at Baseball WA, and prior to the relationship we weren't offering food and beverage here at the ballpark. We didn't have anyone that was available to run around and do like ordering or anything like that. So it's been great that we've been able to find someone local, WA company that we can deal with, and then we can offer, food and beverage to everyone here that comes out to the ballpark, because before they had to bring their own everything. So one of the things I love here is the chips, the nachos, burgers, hot dogs. Hot dogs is just ingrained in baseball. Yeah, so some of the main advantages of working with Harcher have been the flexibility of the delivery. So they're happy to deliver at a time that's convenient to us, and we've also got a direct contact for our ordering too. So we've been dealing with Adam directly, and he's been great. I would recommend Harcher to anyone looking for a local supplier and then they're willing to jump on and help sponsor their club or their association, whatever they're doing, and just help grow their sports in Western Australia.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the WA State League Grand Final. Currently sees Morley 4 runs to 3 over the Braves, and that brings up Sam Kennelly in the lead-off position. He'll be followed by Jake Bowie and Ben Drew, and Lockie Southey starts the inning on the hill for the Eagles team. Fires in and ball 1. How often does it happen that you make a good play to finish the inning and then you lead off the next one?
Not often.
Really?
maybe I just never made any good plays, John. So I did find myself at lead off a lot, which really annoyed me because clearly the guy in front of me kept getting out all the time.
Oh, okay.
Wrapping up the innings, right? So it was a curse.
You're the coach, mate. You can do whatever you want. So.
Yep.
As Kennelly fouls that one off for a 1 ball, 1 strike count. So, Southey comes set. And a breaking ball that Sam puts up into the stands. And for those who are old enough to remember, that ball is yours to keep from KFC.
Yep.
I think used to be the old sponsor out at Perryfield for baseballs.
And we're no longer sponsored by them, so bring that ball straight back down.
So, Southey fires, and again high for a 2 ball, 2 strike count.
It is funny still seeing, some of the footy clubs aren't still being sponsored by like the fast food places. So you go to drive past the Hungry Jacks, and every Eagles player's got their mug on the wall and stuff like that, and most of sport is going the total opposite direction now. So.
Well, they're often there for visits, but I doubt whether they partake in the product.
Only footy players can eat burgers and still be fit, mate. So.
The food of champions, mate, were burgers. There's a full count now on Sam Kennelly. And he fouls that one over the party deck to remain at 3-2. So, all of those companies have the money, don't they? They're all big companies and widespread. And so, I think the Eagles, Hungry Jacks have been a long time sponsor of the Eagles, haven't they? Almost from their inception. Southey comes and strikes him out on a inside pitch. Sammy didn't like that one too much, but that got enough of the plate for the first out of this 3rd inning. So a big strike out there. Sammy wasn't too convinced.
He was chasing that whole inning, and then that was probably the best looking pitch he saw, mate. So he'd be disappointed with that.
As that brings up the 3rd baseman, Jake Bowie. We can probably, as Bowie just puts one up to the infield, that brings in Jess Williams and camps underneath that successfully for the 2nd out. So 1 pitch and 1 out there. So.
Did you see 1 pitch last time he came out to bat as well? Was that 2 pitches now for Bowie?
Well, he grounded out last time, so.
I think it was first pitch as well. Don't be afraid to see one, and
well, no doubt. We might see him throwing pitches more than hitting them later on if this game remains nice and close. And that brings up Ben Drew. Drew walked in his last at bat and takes strike number 1 there from Southey. So
that was a nice pitch.
Yeah, on the Eagles side, they've probably ruled out Kieran Hall for tonight. But obviously you can go Southey. Obviously Warwick Sawpole will if it gets close towards the end, I think we'll see Warwick take to the mound again, as that one's fouled back for strike number 2. So
yeah, you think Warwick? I'm just trying to. I mean, they got Cozzy.
Well, you got Singy as well. Well, actually, yeah, Cozzy, after his great performance in the reserves the other day, where I think he pitched about 4 innings and struck out about 7, and a ball didn't leave the infield, so they're obviously Riley Franklin as
Huge dig by Southey there. That's good.
yeah, strike 3 on a dropped 3rd strike there, and that ends the 3rd inning here at NSR High Ballpark with the Eagles ahead 4-3.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
And welcome back to NSR High Ballpark at the top of the 4th inning. Proudly presented by Belgravia Apparel for all your New Balance and all your sporting apparel requirements. Contact Glenn Metherall down there at Belgravia Apparel. As that now brings Ben Crook up to the plate, and he takes ball 1 from Tucker Smith. So Tucker's back out to start the 4th inning as he fires strike 1 there to Drew. Obviously, nothing going on down in the Braves bullpen.
So I've got an interesting one for you, Graham. Did you know that Peaky, so Glenn Metherall, and Jeremy Dixon played softball with each other for a number of years at the Perth Cubs?
At the Perth Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to Glenn. I'm involved in an organisation called the WA Pedal Prix, which is recumbent bike racing, as Tucker Smith comes in and fires ball. If you would like to know much more about it, please contact, have a look at our website, wapedalprix.org. Yeah, they're doing all of our apparel there as Crook strikes out for the first out. So I just thought I'd get in a bit of a plug there.
Yeah, cheap plug, man. Love it. Yeah. Was it recumbent bike?
Recumbent bike racing.
Recumbent
they're
bike racing.
highly engineered. They look like little submarines, and they can get up to around about 60, 70 k's. As that brings up Aaron Bonomi for strike number 1. Yeah, we have a 4-race series here in WA, 2 in Perth, 1 in Bunbury, 1 down in Bustleton.
Very nice.
And Bonomi swings through that one for strike number 2.
So Aaron's been pretty hot tonight, mate. Are we going to see him continue on his form here and get on again?
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 tonight. Infield single and a single to the right fielder, and fouls that one off to stay alive. Plays an excellent centre field. As I said last night, one of the things that I saw that really impressed me was in one of the breaks when they were having a pitch conversation or a pitcher conversation. Like he went over and spoke to Tom Williams, who dropped that catch in the inning, just to say, look,
Ooh, Lordy.
Yeah, very concerned because the ball went up in the dugout and there a whole heap of little kids up there. So luckily it didn't. And now they're all moved.
Yeah, so Matt Dixon almost lost the child there. Or?
As Bonomi flies one out now, and Beaches gets behind it for the second out.
It's a good read by Beaches out there in left field, mate. That was travelling.
Yeah, wind is, as I said earlier, not as fresh as it was yesterday, and still blowing in from the east. Obviously with the cyclone as it's coming down the West Australian coast.
Someone did tip it wasn't going to rain at all, mate, yesterday. Remember that in the YouTube channel?
Yes.
They were like, there's going to be nothing. So fingers crossed there is nothing.
As that brings up Matt Dixon. Yeah, well, after cutting all the baseline tarps, and we'll put them out at the end of the game tonight, as Dixon swings through for strike 2. It's bound not to rain.
Yeah. Because we're super prepared. It's going to be a whole nothing burger.
And down low for ball number 1. So Dixon's had a pretty good day and a pretty good series as well. He was Brandon Singh's nomination for a player that can really spark this Eagles team. Oof. Choi wanted that one, and Tucker.
He's only little.
He started to take a step off. And the home plate umpire, Ryan Harder, said no. So
he's getting tighter and tighter as this game goes on.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Eagles' third baseman. And he grounds it out to his counterpart in Jake Bowie. Bowie goes over. Well scooped up there by Kevin Clark for an out. So, again, that's a nice 1-2-3 inning there for Tucker Smith. And at the halfway through the third inning, the score remains Eagles 4, Braves 3.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now, through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning, which sees now the Braves first baseman Kevin Clark at the plate, and Lockie Southey still on the mound for the Eagles team as he goes in and fires ball number 1. As just looking down there to the Morley bullpen, we see somebody go out.
Yeah, Tex has gone down there, so I'm not quite sure who's with him. Maybe that was with him.
As Southey goes outside for ball 1. So
everyone would be happy to hear that Graham was gloating in the ad break about his make a good play, lead off immediately, coming through again, 2 innings in a row. Kevin Clark finishing off there.
Hey, one's luck, two's a pattern.
Yeah.
As down low for ball 2. So, I don't know, it just seems to happen. I just watch it a lot, and it just seems to, I sort of watch every Mets game that's on as the MLB season started up today. But it just seems to be the thing. So, as Clark hits one back and well picked up by Southie and fires over to Kieran Chapman at first base. So that retires Kevin Clark.
Not sure if you saw that, Jono, but Matt Dixon fell over at third base there.
I did notice that, mate. Well, it might be.
He's repairing a divot over here now. Yeah, he just fell over.
It could well be lack of sleep, mate.
He said he got to bed at 3 a.m.
3
So,
yeah. Well, Rainey did the right thing by him and sort of had the baby prior to the series. It's a controversial point now whether you play or whether you go and
post game, you mean? Are you talking about what are you?
Well, in terms of going to the birth, mate.
Oh yeah.
Because I had a mate of mine, and it was 1982 as Beaches hits one out, and well tracked there by Ben Crook for the second out. Yeah, it was 82. He had tickets to the grand final. Wife was pregnant. She went into labour. Yep. And his response is, I'm going to the footy, we'll have another one. So,
mate, he needs to work more on his window of opportunity and his timing. So, come on now.
Yeah, well, obviously bad timing. As that brings up the catcher Daniel Troy. So, so obviously to bed at 3 o'clock and obviously out to the field for a 7 o'clock start. So that's not a great deal of sleep time. As Southie goes one strike. And Troy hits one down the line, and it is in. So, and it's bobbled out there in left field by Uch. Still doesn't stop Troy from advancing. So a 2-out double to the catcher.
I mean, Nick's had a good play out there every game I've watched him in this final series. He's managed to miss one or drop it or kick it. So.
Again,
that's
mate,
his one for the night.
It's on that cracker dust out there, which is just not a normal substance.
No. What are you going to replace it with, Graham?
Look, I would
AstroTurf?
Well, AstroTurf might be one, but crushed brick, brown and red crushed brick would be beautiful.
Okay.
I think it would really set the ballpark off as Matt Kennelly flies out to the right fielder to end the inning. Beautiful, but it's ridiculously expensive. So at the bottom of the 4th innings, sees the score remain at 4 runs to 3 in Morley's favour.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSR High Ballpark for the bottom of the fourth?
Top of the fifth, mate.
Oh, the top of the fifth. So my scoreboard operator is just confusing me immensely at the moment. So I'll have to have a chat with him when I see him. So this inning is sponsored by our good friends down at Diamond Fitness. So have the power to succeed. Obviously Diamond Fitness over there at Osborne Park and right here at the ballpark as well. So to Dean and his crew, thank you for your support of WA baseball. And that brings up the left fielder Nick Ulch. Ulch fires one and foul ball to start the day. Tucker Smith is still on the hill, so he looks to, as you've quite rightly said, Jesse, he gave up the fourth spot in the first inning, but then has shut him down since. As Ulch fouls that one into the left field foul area.
So Nick seems to be squaring Tucker right up tonight, so we should see if he can get the job done here again.
And fouls another one back, so he seems to be right on Smith at the moment. So obviously they would love to get him on base early and you'll be able to move him around. You maybe play a little bit more small ball until Mitchie Graham appears, as that one's down low for ball number one.
I think Tucker would love to win this battle, wouldn't he? So get him out of the way and show some dominance.
This is the biggest thing in pitching, strike one out. So, as that ball goes down low, because I think it drops from about a 50% chance of the leadoff runner with no outs scoring down to in the 20s. So it's obviously a big difference. As that one gets struck through, Sammy Kennelly flashes the glove there, but puts it in the dirt, and that'll be interesting to see how that one is scored. Obviously went a fair way to grab it on the spin, couldn't quite get the ball over to his first baseman. Well backed up there by Daniel Troy, which kept Ulch to first base. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, probably had a little bit more time there, Sammy, than he realised, right? So kicking the dirt there now, and hasn't had a great day. But
our scoreboard attendant has thrown up an error, so that will be the second error on Braves, as Wright bunts and gets thrown out at first base. Really close play, well picked up there by Choi. Fired it over to Kevin Clark for the first out. That still enables Ulch to go to second base. So as thought,
Choi's having a good night, eh?
Yeah, very good night there. Yeah, it's obviously he's doing well there, but obviously as we did think a bit of small ball there from Coach Cavalli.
Yeah, he called it.
Well, that's the second bunt of the night, so that obviously runs at a premium, and that brings up Mitchie Graham.
And now that we know Mitch is a bunt specialist, maybe we'll see him bunt to get on him then. Or is he going to bunt one through Bowser right here and turn on one that's...
No, again, after last night where that was probably my surest comment of the night, as strike one is thrown in there, it meant that Mitch Graham will not bunt. And then he bunted.
Yeah.
So Smith looks back Ulch at second base, and big swing there on a high fastball to Mitch, and puts a 1-2 strike count. So Mitch hit the ground, hit the 3-run home run in the first innings. What was his second at bat? I didn't write that one down.
I'm pretty sure he... Yeah, let me have a look here.
You've got the game changer there. So I was thinking grand slam. So
Grounded out to Bowie, that's right.
At 5-3. So 1 for 2 on the night as Smith comes in and lifts harmlessly to Tim Kennelly at centre field, which starts off and then thinks wisely, or more wisely, of trying to advance to third base. So that's the second out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Needed that one, mate. Needed to keep him there at second too, so they'll be very, very happy with that.
Yeah, that brings up second baseman Jess Williams. And 0 for 2 tonight, on top of his 2 for 4 that he went last night, and that brings coach Josh Kennelly out to the mound to have a bit of a chat. So obviously, might be thinking about, speaking about the fact that Jess can handle the bat well. So watch out for the bunt single as well, because that's a bit of a feature of Jess Williams.
I'm going to put him on.
So there's
Put the force on.
looking down to the bullpen.
That's the Morley one down there. There's no action in the Braves.
It is in fact Warwick Saupold, and he's starting to get warm down there. So it'll be interesting to see whether we see him next inning.
Well, just looking at the Facebook comments here, and we've got some Scotty Drew here, Willison's own mate, and got to do a big call out here to Scotty Drew. I've never lost the game with Scotty Drew around, so he is my favourite.
As Williams fouls that one down the first base line.
He is my favourite Willison guy.
Well, it is.
Do you know Scott Drew? Have you met Scott Drew?
Yeah, I think I probably would have when I played there. So.
He is a great guy, and then you just got to go woof woof at him, mate, and then we're all over it.
So, well, it is a sort of a heavy Willerton boost tonight, with both of us having played there.
Yeah.
Actually, both of us having managed championships as well.
Oh, mate, premiership coach. You were the first one, weren't you?
Yes, I was the. I was the first. We got very lucky, got very hot. I don't think we lost the game after December in that year. We were pretty average to begin the year and just came home with a bit of a flurry. So, as it's now a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Jess Williams. As that one's hit up to Ben Drew, that sends Ulch. Here comes the play at the plate, and not in time, and that scores Ulch and allows Jess Williams to go to second base. So probably not what the Braves needed there.
Should have put him on, Jono.
Should have put him on.
Mate, I'm just over here on the YouTube comments, and we've got real Josh Reddick here. Not sure who to root for here. Remember Josh Reddick from Perth Egg coming over?
Yeah.
Astros.
The Astros guy. Actually, I saw his name on something in some competition somewhere, doing something, like an old timers game or something. So,
Wasn't Banana Ball or something like that, was it?
No, it was Banana Ball.
I think he did a game Banana Ball.
Well, it seems to be the rage, doesn't it? Really. So.
Mate, why not have a bit of fun? Why not?
Oh, look, it's pack out crowds and do all sorts of things, and that brings Josh Kennelly out as well. Looks like we have a change as we look to see Matt Kennelly he was coming out and standing on first.
He's going out to right field.
Yep, so that's
He's going to come into first, and Bowser's going to the mound.
Okay, so I did speak with Josh today. He did ask if we got the 47 changes that he made last night, and he does the same thing again. So obviously we now have Jake Bowie coming in from third base. He will pitch. Looks like we have MK Ultra, Matt Kennelly going in to the outfield into right field.
Man, I'm loving this. Bowser is just coming in straight from third onto the mound, and it's just effortless. He's just looking ready to go.
That looks like we've now got Ben Drew has moved from right field to first base. So that takes Kevin Clark out of the game. MK Ultra, and we're still to see who is going to take third base.
So Jeff Kerr, mate, jogging out here now.
So Jeff Kerr goes back to third base. So again, Coach Kennelly ringing the changes there to bring Bowie on. Obviously, doesn't want to let this game get any further out of hand at this point.
So who's going down to the
Braves bullpen?
Is that Ryan Nuttall going down there?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Obviously, has his hoodie on, so we can't see a number. As that sees Cameron Barr now come to the plate with Jess Williams on second base, and Jake Bowie about to deliver his first pitch, and struck on by Cameron Barr for strike number one. Cam is 1 for 2 tonight and is 2 for 6 overall in the grand final series. Bowser comes set and again strikes through with the fastball. So looks like Barr's having trouble catching up to the Bowie fastball. Now what he doesn't want to do is throw a breaking ball or throw anything off speed.
Give him a little cheapy, little blooper right here.
Again, you speed up his bat if you throw off speed, and he throws in a fastball, and Barr manages to place it over the party deck for as a no ball and 2 strike count.
I feel like you've been traumatised by your years at school, boys, by watching young guys do that, mate, because that is a 15, 16, 17-year-old special, feeling like, I've got to mix it up here. And
yeah, they blow 2 fastballs by a guy, and then I'll throw him a change-up. Yeah.
Way to let him catch up.
As Bowie goes fastball again and gets Cameron Barr looking to end the top of the 5th inning, but not before the Morley Eagles have added an extra run and now lead 5-3.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. We feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view but also a supply of product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help and we can provide that.
Welcome back to NSHA Higher Ballpark, and I just want to make a clarification.
Yep.
When I said old-timer in relation to Josh Reddick, what an old-timer's game, okay?
Past players game is what you mean?
A past players game, yeah. A showcase maybe.
Yeah. Pretty sure he'd walk into any of these lineups. So.
Yeah, pretty much so. But it was terrific to see Josh come out to Perth a couple of years back. And play with our Perth Heat. Obviously won the World Series with Houston, so thank you for being a part of our broadcast, Josh. As we now see Okamura up to bat in the bottom of the 5th We still have Lockie Southey on the mound. Warwick Sorpold is still warming up in the bullpen for the Morley team. Okamura's 1 for 2 today. And 3 for 7 over the grand final series. Southey delivers and puts it, and Okamura drops one in front of Mikulich there for his second hit of the day. So once again, the Braves have got the leadoff runner on to start the inning.
Mate, Okamura, you know, he's what he would have batted. What did we say yesterday? He was batting 438 or something for the season. So it was a bit quiet yesterday. So he's certainly come back to some, you know, our usual expected show today and get the job done.
Yeah, 3 for 8 over this series. So he's in the number 2 hole there. So that obviously brings up Heat captain Tim Kennelly. Kennelly's 0 for 2 today. As he sees the first pitch for strike number 1. So 3 for 7 for the series for TK. Southey comes set, looks over to Okamura at first base. And Kennelly down the line, just foul.
Kind of feel like I'm going for TK a little bit too much in my excitement here, but it's nice to see TK come back from WBC and put on a show for everyone.
Step back into straight into state league without you can, often players will might hang it up for the year after an event like the WBC. As Kennelly drives that one into the gap, that'll allow Okamura to go to third, picked up by Ben Crook out there, and he fires it in. So Kennelly gets his first hit of the day and puts runners now at first and third with none out.
That's what we like to see, Jono.
Good hitting. So into the gap, Okamura saw it early round, and that brings Coach Cavalier out to the mound, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change here.
That's a quick change,
That brings on the one of our, I think, 4 or 5 major league players that have come out of Western Australia. See, Warwick spent time with the Detroit Tigers, and then in the Korean Baseball Association as well, organisation, the KBO.
That was a full sprint down to the mound here, right? That is the man that means business, mate. He's not here to muck around.
Again, I think one of the changes we could make here at the ballpark is bring back the bullpen car.
The bullpen car.
The bullpen cart. Bring it back. Make it interesting. Get someone to drive down. So you don't see them anymore, do you? They used to be a thing. Again, it was the 70s. Speaking of old timers.
Golf cart.
Yeah.
Showing your own age here, mate.
Do it up and. Actually, a little bit.
We need to get
safety stuff now. You'd be struggling.
Drew's old ute back down here and then drive him down to the back of that, mate. I reckon that'll
actually
give a bit of a flare on the back of a ute.
On a lazy boy chair as well.
Big leather throne seat, you reckon?
Actually, you could do a whole heap of things, mate. You could fire them from a cannon, mate, and you bounce them onto the mound. And so I think there's a whole range of things that we could do to make it somewhat interesting. So
they used to do the T-shirts out of the slingshot or whatever.
Yeah, I remember the slingshot one they did for the pop-up as well.
I think someone wore it in the face, so they had to stop doing that.
I used to think, if some person who's never caught a baseball in their life was standing underneath it and they hit him on the head.
No, I think the operator wore it.
Oh, the operator?
Yeah. That is my understanding.
As now that brings Warwick Saupold on. Saupold finished out the game for the Eagles last night and is now on at the bottom of the 5th inning with none out and Sam Kennelly up at the plate. And Kennelly swings through the first pitch for strike number 1. So this is obviously a big inning here for both teams.
Are they expecting 5 out of Waz here, mate? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so, but I'm quite, obviously Coach Cavalier is thinking as he goes outside for ball 1, is obviously thinking that if you can shut them down now, rather than wait to see if they have the lead going into the last couple of innings. So, and was the ABL reliever of the year this year, and pitched multiple innings on a couple of occasions. So he can definitely go 2.
5? Yes.
Yeah. He started 1 game. I think he pitched about 4, maybe 3 or 4. In a 7-inning game.
I feel like we've shown all our cards here, and let's see if it's...
As Kennelly swings through for strike 2.
Might be struck a genius. So.
Yeah. Well, obviously looking down the lineup, you've got Brendan Singh, who might well be the next cab off the rank.
He didn't have a great night last night, but doesn't mean anything really.
No, you've got
young Zy Gordon.
As Kennelly strikes out for the first out of the inning. So Saupold's come in and got 1 out, but it doesn't get any easier with his Heat teammate Jake Bowie coming up to the plate. So not a great day for the bat for Sammy Kennelly, which scares me, I must admit, because I'm not sure that we have any more bins left. So as Bowie swings over that and not blocked there by Cameron Barr, so that allowed Okamura to score, so it now brings it 5-4 and allowed Tim Kennelly to go up to second base. Wasn't sure quite what happened there. Wasn't sure whether it was a foul ball or whether it was just a wild pitch, but a wild pitch unable to be blocked there by Cameron Barr, so that now brings the lead back to 1. And Bowie swings through for strike 2.
Am I correct in my understanding that the Braves came with a bin one day last week?
They have, yes.
They arrived with a bin?
Yes, they did arrive with the bin. I didn't put it out, I must admit.
But it was the old slump buster for Sammy Kennelly last final series. So.
He did. He went a bit silly as Bowie strikes out to record the second out. He had a really good day the day after the bin. So
started seeing him like watermelons.
So we've had a couple of bins. Feel the wrath of players.
Better the bin than the wall. All right, so
that is true. Yeah. So and that brings now Ben Drew up, and he swings foul. And foul tips it for strike number 1. Obviously 2 out.
Waz is looking good here, mate. He's looking in form. 2 huge strikeouts.
Well, obviously, if they can shut them down now and still go into the top of the 6th with a lead, that's probably what Coach Cavalier is aiming for. As Drew hits one over the top of second base. Wright picks it up and throws him out to end the threat.
Pokemon trainer comes through with the goods, mate.
So at the end of the bottom.
5th?
No.
Yeah, end of the 5th.
Oh yeah, bottom of 5th.
Yeah.
Sees Morley 5 and Braves 3. Welcome back to Game 2 of the Harcher WA State League Grand Finals, and this inning is presented by Fielder's Choice. So get all of your baseball apparel and gear down at Fielder's Choice. So on the mound now we have Jake Bowie, and he's pitching to Kieran Chapman.
So just going back to Fielder's Choice, mate, Jeff's been a long-term supporter of baseball in Western Australia as well, previous general manager or CEO or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, way back when. And
yeah, long history. And their support for baseball in WA over the years has been just outstanding. If anything, they could probably have a look at the signs here at the field. They're pretty much white, both of them. But again, for all your baseball apparel, Fielder's Choice down there in Belmont. So very quickly, we have 3 balls and 1 strike on Kieran Chapman as he flies one out, sends Matt Kennelly back, and just in front of the warning track, loves it for the first out. So good catch out there by Matt Kennelly.
probably change there by the JK, mate, moving MK out there and bringing Benny Drew into the first.
Yeah, Benny's played a lot of first base, obviously. So
Kevin looked very, very sore, mate, so I'm not surprised to see him coming out of the game. He pulled up sore when he was running the third earlier on in the game, and yeah. Jeff Kerr gets his opportunity, mate, to come in.
Although he's not the same Jeff Kerr without the locks.
Without
the flowing locks.
Yeah. I reckon he's put on a bit of bulk this year, eh? He's looking a bit bigger.
Him and Dermot Fritsch from the Brisbane Bandits.
Yeah.
Almost like kindred spirits together with their long flowing hair. So as Barry
bought new pants though. He had a giant hole in his pants last week, so he's got some fresh pants on here. It's on.
Strike 2 now on Ben Crook. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. So.
Or is he going to turn around and want to be see his undies again? I think he was wearing orange undies with his about 6-inch hole either way on the back of his pants last week.
As Bowie hits Ben Crook just on the upper thigh there to put a base runner on. Didn't look too happy at that at all.
That's Big Sexy out there at first again, mate. Just saw him pop up on the screen. Really good at shaking hands out there at first.
Yeah, actually, he asked me like if I was commentating today, and I said, yeah. I said, only because I'm cheap. So
the cheapest guys you get, aren't you?
And for those viewers, again, Paul is concentrating on his waffle and MBL 1 commitments as Bonomi just steers one foul.
I'm having too much fun now, Jono, so he's never getting this gig back, all right? So, and I'm cheaper myself. So.
Yeah, I'm still, I'm not quite sure because, so far I've done, obviously, the field. I've done some canteen work now up here, so.
You haven't umpired, mate. You saw your game out.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Well, not this year anyway.
But as Bowie fires down low to Bonomi for a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Well, again, we pitch in and help out wherever we need to. So
we have had a question. Someone's asked who are the commentators. So we've got Graham Johnson over here next to me, and then who's the facility manager here at NSI Hard Ballpark. And then myself, Jess Fitzgerald, who's the competition manager for Baseball WA.
Yeah, and a bit of a brief history. I was never a junior baseballer.
No, you're a footballer.
I was a footballer and cricketer, and messed around a little bit at a couple of waffle clubs, and then came to baseball when I was 18 as Bonomi drives that one out, and Kennelly comes up.
Takes it.
And with the catch. Unbelievable. Kennelly out. So great catch there by Matty Kennelly for the second out, because I think we would have had Benny Crook would have scored if that got through.
That was a huge catch. I mean, full extension. That is, that's definitely would have scored a run there for the Eagles. So huge out there.
So
Bowser owes him a beer for that afterwards, mate.
So, that was a great play. As that brings up Matt Dixon for strike one. So, I didn't. I started playing after had a couple of knee operations, playing footy, and then pretty much played right the way through up until Masters last year. I took 4 years off when I was in Boyup Brook because obviously no baseball in Boyup Brook. Went back and played a bit of cricket, and then obviously. So
put this one to me, mate. What made you think it was a good idea to become a catcher after 2 knee operations?
Well, actually, that is an interesting story. As Dixon flies out, I was actually a second baseman playing in Canberra for the Ainsley Bears, and we were playing the Australian Masters with a team called the Canberra Senators, and it was the championships were held in Canberra that year.
Yep.
So as Bowie comes in and ball in the dirt, which allows Cook to go to second base. So we spent the day before preparing the field, and we got there, and our catcher went. On the morning of the first game, he went, "My back's out, I can't catch."
Right.
And everyone looked around and said, "Who's the youngest?" And I had I was a little over 35 at the time, and I went, me, and they said, "Have you ever caught?" I went, "Nah." Yeah, but I went, it can't be too hard, though. Surely, So,
not at Masters level, mate. They just throw it, you catch it.
Right? I just caught from that, and then I went back and played half a season of C grade in Canberra before I came back to Perth, and just ended up as a catcher. So,
So you straight to South Perth when you came back to Perth, or?
Yeah. Back home to South Perth. I was a South Perth player for 15 years or something. I won a couple of championships out there. Obviously, coached the one at Willetton as well.
Winning championships everywhere, mate.
Just as that one is fouled down the line there by Dixon, and
Did he
Kennelly
catch that one as well? As they put that down?
dove into the crack of dust and head first into the fence down there, but did not come up with it. So Matt Kennelly laying himself out here at the field. And looks disappointed that he missed it.
I think he's taking Friday off, mate. I think he's working tomorrow for laying out like that. That is a huge effort. I hope Bowser's paying attention to this, because next time MK's pitching and he's in the field, he's going to be expecting this to return.
He's going to have to do it. Yeah. So, and then to finish off my story, when I came back, I got involved with school sport.
Yep.
WA, and on the baseball team there, and spent 20 years doing schoolboys. We won 2 championships in that time. We lost about 4, I think, or 4 or 5 in the end. So
it's always us in New South Wales, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. As that's ball 4 now to Matt Dixon. But see, the thing about baseball that I loved, and it took me a while, I was pretty good at footy, so it all came pretty easy. Where baseball really taught me how to fail. I hadn't been used to failing.
Yes.
In sporting wise, I always tended to play up a grade in footy because my brother was a year older than me. As that brings up Nick Ulch, and Bowie goes outside. So learning to play this game where you fail more times than you succeed.
Yeah.
I think is a great teacher.
I think I was 35 when I finally realised how to get over stuff, mate. So
as that ball goes through and hit out to Sammy Kennelly at second, he goes over to Ben Drew, and that's the 3rd out for the inning here. So a little bit of traffic there for Jake Bowie to deal with, but he handles it pretty comfortably. And at the top of the 6th inning sees Morley 5 and Braves 4.
I'm Jess Fitzgerald and I'm the Competition and Member Services Manager here at Baseball WA, and I run the food and beverage as well for the State League games that are run at the Ballpark. So during the day there's some schools out here, so Darling Range, Aquinas, and then we run all of our programs and development, high performance program out here. So definitely one of the benefits of having Harcher involved is that we're quite a small team here at Baseball WA, and prior to the relationship we weren't offering food and beverage here at the Ballpark. We didn't have anyone that was available to run around and do like ordering or anything like that. So it's been great that we've been able to find someone local, WA company that we can deal with, and then we can offer, you know, food and beverage to everyone here that comes out to the Ballpark, because before they had to bring their own everything. So one of the things that I love here is, like, you know, the chips, the nachos, burgers, hot dogs. That's, you know, hot dogs is just ingrained in baseball. Yeah, so some of the main advantages of working with Harcher have been the flexibility of the delivery. So they're happy to deliver at a time that's convenient to us, and we've also got a direct contact for our ordering too. So we've been dealing with Adam directly, and he's been great. I would recommend Harcher to anyone looking for a local supplier and then they're willing to jump on and help sponsor their club or, you know, their association, whatever they're doing, and just help grow their sports in Western Australia.
Welcome back to the bottom of the sixth here at NSR High Ballpark, and it sees Warwick Sorpold on the mound for the Morley Eagles, and he's
Jeff Kerr up to bat.
Pitching to Jeff Kerr. So this is Kerr's first time at bat. He came in with the multiple changes that Josh Kennelly made when he took out Tucker Smith, and
Yes, he did.
yes, he did for strike two. So now I'm not quite sure where he fits in the lineup. So who would he?
He's batting for Kevin Clark.
He'd be batting for Kevin Clark. Yep, as Sorpold throws ball number one.
So we're just debating off there whether we think Woz can go the distance here, and there's no one down in the Morley bullpen. So I have no doubt that Woz has told Dan, mate, I can go this whole thing. I've got it right. So. And I mean, if you want to be confident with anyone, Warwick Sorpold's probably the guy that you can be confident with.
Absolutely, as Kerr fouls one straight back. Yeah, that's probably a good call. So
He's a big game player and loves these moments too, mate. So, or maybe we can wait till 2 down in the last, and then we can bring Kieran back on, mate, and see how Woz handles that one, right?
As Jeff Kerr strikes out to record the first out of this 6th inning. So nice job there by Woz.
He's looking devastating, mate. He's looking really good. Oh, we've got some more comments here on Facebook. Was it the South Perth legend? Definitely lives around the corner from Morley now.
Yeah, long-time South Perth guy. Was, and
his brother's still playing. Craig's still playing for South Perth. His brother. So taught him everything he knows. Apparently, that's what Craig told me.
Is that why he's the pitcher and not hitter? As Joel Beaches fouls that one over onto the party deck. Beaches is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out, flied out and walked. It's now a 2-strike count. And fouled off. Yeah, that was a tough pitch there by Sorpold, and Beaches got enough of it to render it foul. So we've had my basic story, other than the 32 years that I spent as a high school science teacher. So we could.
Well, you want my background too?
Oh, I think so, mate. If people want to know who we are, as Beaches strikes out for the second out of the inning. So Sorpold's gone back to back on K's.
So we've got one South Perth legend here next to me. We've got one South Perth legend on the mound apparently, and then we've got the Pee Wee Championship legend here from South Perth too. Yeah, the South Perth boy as well. Myself back in my junior days.
As now that brings Daniel Troy up to the plate. Troy had the double in his last at bat and a sacrifice in his first at bat, so he's had a very productive day and goes down strike one. And slow grounder over there to right and right over to Kieran Chapman to put a close to the inning. Well, we'll have to come back and get your life story.
Find out more.
Next inning, sir.
It's a quick dig by Was there, mate.
At the end of the sixth, Morley still up 5-4.
Without having to dirt train, did you actually go?
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NS High Ballpark for the top of the seventh inning. And this inning is brought to us by Derby Urrigan Health Services. And they were part of our Indigenous round this year.
Yeah, the last 3 seasons they've been partnering with us for the Indigenous round, and yeah, Zach and the team there are always great coming out. We had championship titles this year and stuff like that, and Bono got to clean up Jeremy Sexton with it and turned it into the hardcore championship. So, yeah.
And so we're very thankful for their support. As Jake Bowie comes and fires a ball high to Bodie Wright. Wright is 1 for 1 today with an RBI single and fouls that one up. And Drew goes back to the fence and over the fence for strike one. So Bodie Wright on the day has singled with an RBI, walked and had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat.
Been very good defensively too, though. Shortstop. So
yeah, both shortstops are put on. I suppose you'd say on a clinic these days.
Yeah.
So yeah. So again,
I mean, I think I've seen Bodie make one bad play, and it was that kind of one where he let the ball come to him last night. And it ended up playing him, but very, very smooth on that shortstop too.
As Bowie misses inside for 3 balls, 1 strike. So yeah, it's been an interesting sort of series. As that one gets hit through and Bowie had to either jump out of the way, it might have hit him on the way through as it got out to Tim Kennelly at centre field there. So it just looks like Daniel Troy went out to have a check. Bowie waved him off, went, nah, I'm good to go. So that's the second hit of the night for Wright, and that brings up Mitch Graham, which is 1 for 3 with a home run off the centre field shed.
So going back to our banana ball that we were talking about before, I would love to see Bowser get over to the Texas Tailgaters, mate, and where he's
as
safe.
Mitch Graham puts the bunt out, and that enables Bodie Wright to steal second. Throw was a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, get his cowboy hat on, mate, and then pitch some innings out there. That'd be
his cowboy hat. Yeah, I thought the country theme night they had was the Heat had this year was well up Bowie's alley.
It's Bowser's night, mate. That's what it was.
So as he fires high to Mitch Graham for 2 balls. Actually, there's a fair few Australians playing within the Bananas. I know that Josh Spence is one. As Mitch Graham fires that one over, well picked up there by Ben Drew at first base, but that does enable Wright to go to third base. So a productive out there by Mitchy Graham. So now sees Jess Williams come to the plate. 1 out with a runner on third. So Williams had a RBI single in the the top of the 5th inning. As time gets called.
Had some clutch hits, mate, this last couple of games, mate. He's been very, very good.
Yeah, look, and his work around second base last night was outstanding. And pulls that one foul off the Health Way WA sign. So, this is a tricky hitter, I think. Obviously, he handles the bat well. He told me the other day that he didn't have much power after hitting a grand slam against Tau in the Wanneroo. Says, I don't have much power. I went, really, mate? You hit one over. So, but he'll be looking to make contact and see if he can drive in the
I kind of felt like during the Heat series, when I was watching Jess hit, he looked stiff. So it looked like he was like putting on bulk and, he's just had the size.
Yeah.
But he looks big, but relaxed. He's moving very freely and smoothly.
I sort of wonder, what the effect of him moving around out of his natural second base position as he swings through that run for a 2-ball, 2-strike count. He went from second and they tried him out in the outfield there. They put him at first base and he never really looked comfortable at first. And whether that sort of flowed over to his hitting, because he didn't have anywhere near the sort of hitting season that he had previously.
It was weird. It was a weird year for the Heat. Just when I say weird, they played great, but Hawley and Jess just playing in different positions than the fans are used to. So
as that one gets fouled,
I kind of almost think that the guys, the crowd comes out to see their favourite players playing their spots that they want them to, right? Like they're not, kind of not looking for you to reinvent the wheel or. Yeah, it's a tricky one, right? Like,
especially considering that both him and Byron Armstrong had good years in the year before in shortstop and in second base and at the plate.
They're kind of the brands that are bringing the crowd to the games, right? So.
As Jess Williams dunks that one over the pulled-in infield and gets himself another RBI single, as that extends the Braves lead to 6 runs to 4. So again, great back control. Just did enough to get it into the outfield and score another run. So
they're all up and about down in the Morley dugout down there. I don't know. Something happened.
Yeah, not sure at all. So
just got like a roar of noise up here in the booth.
That now brings up Cameron Barr, who swings through the first pitch. Barr's 1 for 3 today with a single to centre field. So obviously Bowie's looking for the double play here, so if he can get out of this inning with only 1 run having scored. As that sends the runner off, so Williams is off and safe. Close play there at second base. That was a nice throw from Daniel Choi, but Jess Williams just got in underneath it and now puts himself in scoring position.
Yeah, definitely beat it. Really, he's got some wheels though. He can move.
Yeah, he can still run, Jess. Yeah, except when he plays footy and he tends to break ankles.
Too many baseballs playing footy, mate. And,
he just had a bad run there. I think he did it twice. I think once Ben Standen ran into him from Perth and broke his ankle, and then he went out and played a bit of footy and had the same thing happen again. So
all these baseballers deluding themselves into thinking they can play football.
Yeah, it's as Bowley comes in and
He caught
foul ball.
He was all over there. He had his hands in the air really early.
Yeah, obviously the Morley boys went up hoping that one would remain fair, but Ross Drinkwater there called that one foul. So I know one of the things, because I knew some boys from Subiaco, because I know Luke Hughes went down and he went down to Subi, I think, for a little bit. And it was either Subi or East Perth Warwick. Most of our kids played at Subi, East Perth or West Perth, and they were just shocked at how big he was in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's a baseball thing. As Bowie throws down low to Cameron Barr for a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So
you got to be a big boy to make it to the major leagues, mate. So
yeah, definitely, big fellas. As that one's hit out and well chopped off by Kerr, fires it over and gets him. That's a terrific play by Jeff Kerr, fresh off the bench.
robbed him of a hit right there, mate. That's a huge play.
Great play there by Jeff Kerr. I always laugh these days with footy because my wife's uncle was a former Simpson medalist, played for East Fremantle, won East Fremantle's fairest and best. He was credited with winning the 65 grand final for East Fremantle over Swans, and he was their first ruck and he was 6'3". Now, if you're 6'3", you're a midfielder. So yeah, the game. The game
like canned meat they were eating post-war, mate. It was stunted their growth. Too much spam.
Okay, so that brings to the plate Kieran Chapman, and 1 ball count on Chapman with Jess Williams on second. So you want to make sure that you keep everything in front. If anything that gets to the back net, Williams will definitely score. As Bowie comes set and well hit up to the shortstop. Okanura fires over to first and records the 3rd out, but not before Eagles add on another run and now lead 6 runs to 4.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now, through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
Welcome back to NSR High Ballpark, and sees Morley now with a 6 runs to 4 lead. Well, Warwick Sawpole still on the mound, starting his 3rd inning of work, or 3rd start of an inning of work, and Matt Kennelly is up, and Kennelly swings at the first pitch and fouls it for strike 1. So, Jess, you might be right in terms of yeah, they might be going with was, because there's nothing going on down there in the Eagles bullpen.
Mate, we're just looking for MK Ultra here to work his mind control magic and get Braves back into this game.
Yes, takes ball number 1. So obviously this is through the heart of their lineup. We're at the bottom of the 7th, so you may not see these guys again unless they get some people on base. As slide up, play, and out of play. Bounces on the concourse, and well caught by the lady down there. So, although it's usually one hand, one bounce.
Yeah, one hand, one bounce. I was going to say the same thing. So 2 hands, but it doesn't count.
Yeah, throw it back. You can't keep it.
Yeah.
So,
mate, the amount of moonshots that have come straight down tonight into the crowd. I mean, they're the scary ones, right there.
as Kennelly strikes out, looking on an outside pitch there from Warwick Sawpole. So that's a big first out for the Morley team. You don't see that very often.
At the outside edge there on that one. So that was a good call by umpire Harder there. Got to catch the replay here.
So that brings up the shortstop, Yuto Okamura. Okamura's 2 for 3 today. And 3 for 8 in the series so far, so he'll be looking to get on and see if he can use his speed. As Sawpole comes set, fires, and Okamura fires that, but straight to Ulch.
We were talking about game of failures before. It's also a very unfair game too. You get a nice hit like that.
Yeah, you can rip it. And,
straight to his chest. Yeah.
Ulch had to take 1 step to the left to be able to glove it. And now that brings up Tim Kennelly with his team down 2 runs and the bottom of the 7th inning. So there's not many outs left for the Melville side, but in saying that, of course, there was 1 strike left last night, and they came back to tie it. As Kennelly fouls the first pitch off.
Didn't swing big enough there, I reckon.
He'll be just looking to get himself on somewhere, somehow. Obviously, you've got then Sam Kennelly, Jake Bowie, Benny Drew to follow, so that's still a pretty potent lineup. As TK swings through for strike number 2. So again, nothing occurring down there in either bullpen. So looks like they may have made the decision on who's going to finish up the game for both of these teams. Obviously Perth Heat teammates. As Sawpole bounces that one in for ball number 1.
Can't say I'd be loving watching the ball bouncing from the plate.
Yeah, luckily no one's on. As ball 2 now, so it's a ball 2 strike count.
Listen to it.
So
we're getting text messages from Jeremy Dixon, and he needs to do his job better.
As TK lines that one through out to Nick Ulch, and so with hopefully now starting a 2-down rally for the Braves. So Kennelly picks up his 2nd hit for the day and his 5th in this championship series. So TK's done pretty much everything that he could have done.
Yeah, he's had a good at-bat there, get it on, and then hopefully Sammy can turn things around. He's brings him in here.
So Sawpole comes set, isn't bothering to have a look. That ball is a check swing there by Sammy Kennelly, but Ryan Harder said it was enough to ringing the call for strike number 1.
Are you guys in dreamland? Jeremy, count how many hits there are compared to how many hits there actually are.
He may be getting a shocking job tomorrow. I think there's a blocked toilet in one of the change rooms. So as that ball gets away from Cameron Barr and allows Tim Kennelly to go to second base, so it puts him in scoring position. So not what the Eagles boys would have wanted. So, 1 ball, 2 strike count now on Sam Kennelly. Warwick disengages from the mound and calls up his catcher Cameron Barr. Oh, obviously no pitch com down here in WA baseball.
No.
So, actually, they should get rid of it.
You reckon get rid of it?
That's ridiculous, mate. Half the time they don't work. Sorpold fires to the plate. Kennelly bounces one straight to the shortstop, over to first, and a relatively easy out. Shuts the door on the Braves in this 7th inning. And at the bottom of the 7th, sees Morley 6 and Braves 4.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSR Higher Ballpark at the top of the 8th inning, and this inning is presented by our good friends at SportsLink Travel, who are the official ABL travel partners, and obviously Shane Tonkin is down there with SportsLink Travel as Jake Bowie continues on the mound and fires ball 1 to Ben Crook. Obviously our condolences go to the Tonkin family for the loss of Shane's mum, Shirley, who was an extremely well-credentialed hockey player. And the funeral was today, so our thoughts are with Shane and the family.
Yeah, it's obviously a big baseball family, but yeah, in her own right, huge hockey player and massive in the WA sports community, mate. So yeah, it's a sad day.
As Barry now comes in and throws his 3rd ball, so a 3-ball, 1 strike count to Ben Crook, so at the bottom of the order. And then obviously you'll end up with Bonomi and Dixon as a walk thrown to Ben Crook, so his 2nd time on base was hit in his last at bat. So that now this is an interesting spot here. Straight away you've got Okamura and Sammy Kennelly at 2nd coming in. So are they going to play little ball and see if they can bunt Crook over? And the answer to that is yes. And that one hits Aaron Bonomi on the back foot. And that will advance.
It's the 2nd time tonight, eh?
Ben Crook to second base. First time for Aaron to be hit. Well,
tonight.
Hit by pitch ball, but yeah, I think he fouled one off his leg.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
A bit dramatic there on that one, I think. You know.
And now that brings out Coach Kennelly as there is some stirring in the Braves bullpen. That's a little bit like Tony Hatcher. Again.
Too far away from me.
Well, I'm only going because he's a lefty.
Okay. We'll go with it.
I'm not entirely sure what the left-right breakdown is for this.
Staying in. Breaking up for now.
It's one of the righty, so obviously wanting to figure out what they're going to do if Matt Dixon bunts, and Dixon bunted in the first inning to send Bonomi to second, that eventually allowed him to score.
A couple more runs here is pretty important, right? Like that little bit more of
as he bunts around and bunts straight back. Bowie goes to third and is out.
Yep.
So excellent play there. Matt Dixon just couldn't get the bunt down, and Bowie comes up firing and fires over to Jeff Kerr at third for the first out. So good baseball there from the Braves.
Yeah, just got a little bit too much of it down that third baseline. I mean,
you really wanted to push it to the right side, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's got to pull up probably a couple metres shorter just to make Bowie take a couple more steps, and then he's in, right?
And that brings up Nick Orch as he fires one over the commentary box. So Orch has, I think, been the beneficiary of a couple of Sammy Kennelly errors tonight to get himself on. 1 for 4, and it has been on 3 times as Bowie fires high. So obviously Nick will be on Sam's Christmas card list. So as Bowie now comes set with a 1-on-1 count. And high for 2. Well, they're now down in the bullpen for Braves. We see the right-hander up, and it's a gunslinger. So it might very well be Ryan Nuttall. Although the other.
Yeah, that looks like Ardell with slingshotty action.
Yeah, as that ball gets hit to Sam Kennelly, he goes over to Okamura for the double play. Nice play. Excellent work there by the Braves to get out of that particular.
They're in a lot of trouble there, mate. They got out of that. That was good baseball.
Yeah, so good baseball. So as we are halfway through the 8th inning, we see Braves 6 and Morley 6 and Braves 4.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. That we feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view but also a supply of product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help and we can provide that.
welcome back to NSR Higher Ballpark, and we're at the bottom of the 8th inning, and we have Jake Bowie up at the plate, and Bowser opens up with a single to right field. Now obviously last night they pinch ran for him, but he's pitching tonight, so he's going to have to stay in. So I don't think he was too happy with actually being taken out last night for a pinch runner. But
they've done it again.
They have done it again. I've got no idea about this. Just about everything that I predicted has gone horribly wrong. So that is interesting. Down by 2.
So Liam Collins coming again.
We'll have to wait to see.
Yeah, I think that's what it did last night. Looks the same from.
So Liam Collins on first base, and that brings up Ben Drew. Sawpole fires one in there for strike number 1. So this is going to be interesting. You know, all my predictions have been wrong during this series, but you're not probably going to play small ball when you're behind. No. So he's going to rely upon Drew to hit as Sawpole fires that one in for strike 2.
He's just been so efficient. So Woz is only on 38 pitches. He's got to get through 2 more innings here.
So 6 more outs for the Braves to see if they can level up this grand final series as Drew fouls up one back to the back net. So the question is, do you put the runner in motion as well, just to see what will happen?
Yeah, potentially.
Maybe at the bottom of your lineup you might play hit one ball or just a straight steal to see if you can get them in the scoring position. As Sawpole comes over and bounced and over to first there, but that does advance Liam Collins to second base. So Ben Drew, effective out, but obviously it uses up one of the 6 outs they had left.
We're talking about not bunting when we're behind, and basically has the same effect, right? So you've blown it out here. So really they need Jeff Kerr to get hit here, score a run.
Big swing there by Kerr for strike 1.
We'll try and hit a home run.
Well, we know they shouldn't, but the last 3 outs always of a championship always seem to be harder than the first 3 outs. As Kerr swings and misses for strike 2, so he's very quickly in the hole.
He doesn't look like he's had a good approach here. I mean, his last at bat against West too was just swatting, and he needs to try and punch one out the other way.
So comes set and strikes him out on the inside corner looking. So great pitch. Kerr is not happy with that. Didn't think it hit the inside corner, but it was enough for the home plate umpire. So that is a big out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So again, was using all of his experience to record the strikeout. And now that brings up Joel Beaches. Beaches is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, and he goes up in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. So this looks like the bar might have been crossed up a little bit, so he goes out to have a bit of a chat just to confirm what the signals are with second base. The runner on second. And again in the Braves bullpen, you see the lefty warming up. And Sawpole comes and misses for ball 2.
From an angle up here, that looks really nice, and then watching the stream one here, and it's definitely a couple of balls outside there. It's
it is a hard spot to pick the pitches from. media centre as Beaches swings through that one for a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So Oz doesn't look like he's paying all that much attention to Liam Collins at second base. Cursory look. Up a little bit more now. Comes to the plate and Beaches fouls that one over the party deck here at NSR High Ballpark. So now we're getting down to really the crunch time. Bats are running out for the Braves team.
So I think you take the bat out, Bowser's bat out, and you don't put him in motion. It just seems.
As Beaches fires that one into the right fielder. Then Collins went and then was held up by Josh Kennelly. So nice hitting there by Beaches to single out to right field.
I don't remember last night, but Liam was flying around the bases. So, I mean, he's been conservative there. Didn't want to kill the out, but I reckon he would have gotten in there.
Would have been close, wouldn't it? So,
I mean, Chapman would have had to have relayed it. I just don't know if it's. Yeah, I think he would have cut it off and held it.
And now that brings Daniel Troy up to the plate. Troy's 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. And that one's up high to start the day.
Yeah, sack fly early in the game, didn't he? Yeah, so.
Sack fly, yeah. So you've got Beaches there at first, and Beaches can run a bit, so whether they put him in motion. Obviously, you don't want to spike the ball as Sorpel goes up high and Choice swings through that for 1-ball, 1-strike count. So if the score, well, if the game stays as it is, we'll be having on-field presentations straight after the game. As Beaches does steal second on a no throw there by Cameron Barr. So now 2 runners in the tying run in scoring position. So I think anything into the outfield, they're going to send Beaches. So it's starting to look a bit like last night, mate.
It is.
As Troy hits a foul ball there.
Did that last night too, didn't he, Troy? Hit it into his foot. And
that's a big
you've got to start running up on those ones, mate. You're safe if you win up there. So.
As we're looking down to the Morley bullpen, and that's
Kieran down there, mate.
23, so starting to warm up down there in the bullpen as Sorpel comes through and strikes out Troy to end the threat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So big time clutch performance by Warwick Sorpel on the mound, and going into the last innings sees Morley with a 6-runs-to-4 lead.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSR Higher Ballpark here in Thornlie as we go to the top of the 9th inning. And at the moment, the Morley Eagles have one hand on the Premiership Cup.
Toddy Hatcher's on the mound, mate.
And Todd Hatcher comes onto the mound to try and shut down the Eagles to give his team an opportunity to win at the bottom of the 9th. So pressure situation here. There is a righty warming up in the Braves bullpen. So, and that brings Bodie Wright to the plate, and he goes ball number 1. So we do have it's a 3-batter rule here, isn't it? So you've got to go to 3 batters. So we will face Wright, Graham, and Mitch Williams. As Wright fouls one back for 1 ball, 1 strike count. So again, Toddy pitched well last night. I thought he came in and after that finale really kept his club in it.
Yeah, just unlucky that the game kind of ran away with him a bit at the end there. So he threw 92 pitches last night, and it's no rest, straight back into it today. So
he's got 6 months off. So unless he's planning to play in Europe somewhere, so it goes to a 2-ball, 1 count strike. And Wright drives that, and it is up against the fence, just underneath the scoreboard. So lead-off double to Bodie Wright, and immediately the pendulum swings back to the Eagles.
I feel like that's a very long double out there. He was just trotting after first, so he's like, I'm just going to take 2 and let Mitchie bat me in, and don't need to go too far.
So probably almost to the furthest part of the outfield fence there. And we've now got
Make a change.
Wright coming off. He's walking reasonably gingerly as well. So I'm not sure, because I was watching where the ball ended up as opposed to the runner. But he's coming out now, and now that brings in Zy Gordon into pinch run for Wright.
Well, that takes Bodie out of the game for the last 3 outs. So
probably you'll get Dixon swinging over to shortstop, maybe, and then coming in with the third baseman somewhere.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Mitch Graham's at the plate. He's 1 for 4 today with the 3-run home run in the first innings.
I feel like Ryan's been tighter on the lefties tonight and a bit more open for the righties.
As he goes to ball 1. He does have the base open there. And as he fires it down to Jeff Kerr, Kerr goes over and well played and well took out there by Ben Drew at first base, but that does allow Zy Gordon to come over 90 feet away from scoring. So again, another productive out by Mitch Graham. Didn't get the hit, but did something positive.
I mean, that's a big out by Kerr there, mate. I mean, you let that one through and it scores a run, and then there's even more pressure on it.
Basically straight down the line. So now the infield is pulled in with last night's walk-off hero, Jess Williams, up at the plates, and he fouls one off for strike 1.
I don't like putting anyone on, do that. I'd still be tempted to walk in here. Yeah, it's too hot. Get rid of him.
Well, you've got the youngest guy out there probably in Cameron Barr on deck. So it now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. So maybe if the count becomes unfavourable, JK will put him on, because then the double play will at least get you out of the inning. As that one's up high for ball 2. Interesting machinations down here at the ballpark.
They're all playing playing in defensively, and then you see this a fair bit. Everyone's playing in, and then guys like Jess can just power it through, right? And you don't even get it out at all, then, right? So
yeah, which then adds more. So
just go put Jess on, have Cambar up, young guy there. Hope for the weak ground ball, roll dog play, get out of there.
As it's now 2-2, and that one's wide by Hatcher. So that makes the count full on Jess Williams. His last 2 at-bats, he's had 2 singles. So, he's a dangerous hitter as well, and that one's bounced and well blocked there by Daniel Choi. So in the end, he does get on. So maybe he didn't look like he wanted to challenge him very much with fastballs and the like. And now that brings Coach Josh Kennelly out to have a chat, and all the infielders coming in to see what exactly they want to do. So this is probably more of a chat about where they want their fielders, what pitches they want to throw, and then where do they want to put their fielders. Oh, a bit of music at the ballpark. Is that almost the first time tonight? Have I heard any?
Oh, it's been going on all night, mate.
Oh, okay. I just haven't heard any. So
we've been too engrossed, mate, in what we're doing.
Well, I'm going to use the word old-timer to describe myself with some of the music that gets played.
Is this a bit too new for you, is it, the Nutbush?
No, Nutbush is fine. Which is why I actually modern. Twigged, mate. Most of the other stuff, I have no idea what's going on. As there's a pick-off play, and over to second and first, and Zy Gordon scores. So it almost looked like it was a stock standard leave first base, get the ball to be thrown around, and then come in to score with Gordon, who is pretty fleet-footed. So if that was a set play there by Eagles, that was well done.
We have seen Braves do that twice now in this final series. So not the grand final series, but we saw them do it last week, where the exact same thing, pick off to one, delayed steal.
As Cameron Barr hits that one, and it is
stand-up double. It's bounced over.
That one's called by the first base umpire.
Love it. Brett the
Robson. Actually, I was thinking, gee, over, not over.
He went to the deepest corner and bounced it over instead off the crack of dust.
So,
mate, Cam Barr, look at him go.
Cam Barr. So,
should have walked him too, mate. Loaded all of them up.
Again, mate, I don't think there's anything that we've set up here that has actually come to fruition. So that was an excellent hit by Barr, and scored.
It's going to get into 3 here as well.
Now he goes over to third on the wild pitch by Hatcher. So,
I mean, Cam Barr, is he 18 yet? He'd be 18 max, right? Gets to play in the State League Grand Final.
Yeah.
Bounces one over.
Yeah.
Has caught really, really well the whole tournament.
Yeah.
The whole series, sorry.
Obviously was in the West Australian team that came second this year at the AYCs. Was also our catcher for the schoolboys last year for a second place. So he's starting to get a nice little collection of medals. As now Kieran Chapman's up with the 2-ball count. And that one's fired in for a strike. Again, the Braves infield is in. Trying to cut down Barr if he goes home.
So going back to that play before, the runners on first and third, Braves did the exact same play last week, and too slow home again on the throw back from the shortstop as well. So something they're definitely going to need to look at in the new year, because it's twice now it's been done on them. Well, everyone's figured it out, so you know.
Yeah, I must admit it's a play that I used to get my team to practice.
Yeah.
Because it does come in useful. Because obviously the pitcher sees the guy run, instinctive to go over there. You know.
Like if we're going priority home, right, then we've got to fake a throw over and then maybe come home instead, or go we're going to give up the run and we're going to take the out, right? Like to end up with no outs and a run scored, it's not great at this level.
As Kieran Chapman fires to the shortstop, Okamura, and gets him out at home. So nice throw there by Okamura straight to Daniel Troy, who dropped the glove on Cam Barr, but he's getting the congratulations of his team now with his double that scored the 8th Morley run. So now we've got 2 out with Ben Crook up. And Crook gets one off the end of the bat, but not far enough to get past Okamura at shortstop. So at the end of the 9th, the midway through the 9th inning, Morley need 4 to tie it, 5 to win it.
Yeah.
I'm Jess Fitzgerald, and I'm the Competition and Member Services Manager here at Baseball WA, and I run the food and beverage as well for the State League games that are run at the Ballpark. So during the day there's some schools out here, so Darling Range, Aquinas, and then we run all of our programs and development, high performance program out here. So definitely one of the benefits of having Harcher involved is that we're quite a small team here at Baseball WA, and prior to the relationship we weren't offering food and beverage here at the Ballpark. We didn't have anyone that was available to run around and do like ordering or anything like that. So it's been great that we've been able to find someone local, WA company that we can deal with, and then we can offer, you know, food and beverage to everyone here that comes out to the Ballpark, because before they had to bring their own everything. So one of the things I love here is, like, you know, the chips, the nachos, burgers, hot dogs. That's, you know, hot dogs is just ingrained in baseball. Yeah, so some of the main advantages of working with Harcher have been the flexibility of the delivery. So they're happy to deliver at a time that's convenient to us, and we've also got a direct contact for our ordering too. So we've been dealing with Adam directly, and he's been great. I would recommend Harcher to anyone looking for a local supplier, and then they're willing to jump on and help sponsor their club or, you know, their association, whatever they're doing, and just help grow their sports in Western Australia.
So 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning sees Morley with an 8-4 lead, and former major leaguer Warwick Sorpold on the mound and looking to close out this 2025-26 Harcher State League season as he fires into Matt Kennelly high for ball number 1. So Jess, all to do for the Braves, but we said this last night, and they came back and tied it up.
Definitely a huge chase here. I mean, needing to double their score in the last year just to keep it going, but back to the top of the order. So what, Matty's had in his 5th at bat now, or 5th plate appearance, sorry. And then, you know,
although this
the right
now,
guys are coming up.
Yeah, absolutely, as Sorpold fires in for strike 1. But this now does bring in if we get down to the number 5 position, and Jake Bowie's no longer there.
Yes, okay, fair call. I wonder who's coming in to pinch it.
And as that one gets fouled for a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
So it looks like Colo's going to hit. So, I mean, he's, you know, previous Heat roster back in a few years ago. Was that 3 years ago? He was on the Heat roster or whatever. So, you know.
Again, it's a time for people to step up as that one gets fouled off Matt Kennelly's foot. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. So obviously Morley are the current defending champions, having beaten Braves last year in a 2-game series. So looking to go back to back. Sorpold fires one in, and that gets fouled back. So Kennelly's fighting hard to continue his at bat. So, and of course, it's going to make the MVP decision just a little bit harder. With the job that Warwick Sorpold has done out there today. So 2-2 on Kennelly, and he drives one out, but taken by Alch. So the Braves now down to 2 outs as Matt Kennelly flies out to the left fielder, and now that brings up Okamura. He's had a good night tonight at the plate and also in the field. He's 2 for 4 at the plate and has played some sparkling defence, but obviously in a big position now and swings through the first pitch.
That was a hack. That one was.
Yeah, well, he's not. He's obviously not going to win it by putting it over the fence, but
he's just trying to slap it through that gap between Williams and Hall there. I mean, Chapman there. Sorry.
Either need base runners or home runs. As Sorpold comes in and fires for strike 2. So this is where all of Warwick's big time experience is, like his time in the majors, in the Korean, in the KBO, at the recent WBC, all is in his favour right now as he comes to the plate and fouled off there by Okamura to keep his at bat alive. So again.
So what are you leaning towards? You reckon if we're going for a series MVP, you thinking Was now?
Oh, look, I think Was is probably up there. He's obviously picked up the win last night. He'll get the save for tonight. As that one comes off, Sorpold's glove. And that allows Okamura to get on base for the 3rd time today. So a ray of light for the Braves team. But he's
got a 4-run buffer, so he's probably not too stressed.
And
but,
look, the word going around the infield would be that run doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So again, whether you win 8-4 or whether you win 8-7, you still win. So again, instinctive to throw the glove out. As Tim Kennelly comes up, and that's a great stop by the new shortstop. And we didn't do that call.
I didn't notice.
And
Lockie Waite.
Lockie Waite has come in, and that is a delightful play by Waite. Trapped it, threw it up to Jess Williams at second base, and that gets rid of Okamura now for 2 outs. So Braves are down to their final out with...
I mean, we were thinking that's through, right?
I thought it was through. So, obviously, Lockie Waite played in the winning reserves grand final on Sunday.
He did,
opportunity to get himself 2 medals in the space of
I don't think he didn't have an amazing outing at that reserves game. That was awesome. That was a huge pickup by him.
And now Sorpold deals and fires strike 1 on Sam Kennelly. So
Sammy's due, mate. He hasn't done anything tonight. So
true. How many innings has Warwick now pitched?
This is his
5.
He'll finish 5. Yeah.
So that's a hell of a performance. And Sammy Kennelly waves at the pitch. So our scoreboard says strike 1, but it now says strike 2. So Braves are down to their final out here again. In saying that, we did say that last night. That Sorpold deals and low for ball 1. Obviously, there's a bit of a collective hush going around the NSR Higher Ballpark at the moment. Cameras at the ready from the crowd, looking to get that final moment. As Sorpold looks in and check swing and first base umpire Brett Robertson said no, he didn't. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count now on Kennelly. So just to recap, Lockie Waite has replaced the pinch runner, who was Zy Gordon, who replaced Bodie Wright at shortstop. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs at the bottom of the 9th inning. So this, from a Morley point of view, this would be the man that you would want on the mound. So Sorbold comes set and strikes out Sam Kennelly. So the Eagles are back-to-back champions, the 2025-26 Harcher State League Championship winners, as we now get the big pylon out on the infield. So again, a clutch performance by the Morley Eagles team to win back-to-back championships. So Jez, just before you go down and present the medals, your thoughts?
Oh, look, Graham, I think that was such a huge game there by Morley, and completely, I must admit, I thought Tucker was going to shut them down a little bit more. So that 4-run head start they gave themselves at the start was literally the difference maker at the end of this game here, right? So, but 11 hits on their end, huge grand final game too, and congratulations, Morley Eagles. That was 2 great games.
So yeah, look, if you look back over the season, I know the opening gala game, one of the big ones was Morley versus Braves, and Morley come out ahead of that, and they've really been the trendsetters for the entire season, and obviously winning the reserves. They won B grade as well. They featured in the A grade grand final as well. Then in the big league, one grand final.
They're in the big league 2 grand final too, Graham.
Big league 2, so obviously they are the trend-setting club at the moment. So all congratulations to the Morley boys, the Morley club, and to Coach Dan Cavalier, who now has his 2nd state league.
2 from 2.
2 from 2.
It's an easy gig, Jono. You just congratulations to Dan. So look, it's hard work, right? And it's a lot of pressure on you, especially from a club like Morley, mate, to get the job done. So congratulations.
So if you head yourself down there, sir, so we can start the presentations.
No worries, and you can flick off to an ad break, mate, while I'm heading down there.
So so we'll be right back after this ad break with the presentations to the Harcher 25-26 championship winners in the Morley Eagles.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now, through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
About having to do it training. Did you actually go?
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
To the State League 1 grand final between Morley Eagles and the Braves Baseball Club. I think everyone can attest to the quality of baseball out here over the last 2 nights, and I'm sure between these two across the whole of the season. So congratulations on a great season to both clubs. Of course, I'm going to thank our major partner in Harcher, Derek Bird and his team have been fantastic for coming on board a couple of years ago and providing us, I guess, additional funding and sponsorship in which we could stream these State League games and provide that so guys can sit at home on a Thursday night or over the weekend and watch a couple of games of baseball live here. So thank you very much to Harcher, Derek Bird and his team, and hopefully he can work with a couple of clubs as he does throughout the year. So thank you very much to Derek and Harcher Supply. As we know that the clubs don't operate without fantastic volunteers. Scorers today and every game around State League. We understand there's double headers, there's midweek games. There's a lot to ask of our scorers. To the umpires that have already ducked off into the tunnel, but they go out there and they give their best every weekend to try and make the games run as smooth as possible. And of course to the volunteers and the community members of both clubs. It is a long year. It doesn't just start at the start of the season. There's a lot of planning and off-season work goes into play, so I think on behalf of the playing groups of both sides, a big round of applause for the officials and the sport. Without further ado, unfortunately not tonight, JK, but please come forward and say a few words on behalf of the club.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Baseball WA, for another year. And all the sponsors that go along with it, we appreciate it. Morley just been too good for us the last couple of years. Look, not going to lie, that hurts. Alright, it's going to hurt for a while. Yeah, us boys know you guys have been at the top the last couple of years. And it kind of sucks, but congrats, enjoy. There'll be a few sore heads tomorrow. I think there's a lot of sore heads. To our guys, our club, committee, supporters, fans. Yeah, it hurts. Sorry we couldn't bring this to you. We're going to come here and play for second. We'll have another crack at it next year. Cheers.
Now I'd like to call the winning coach of the Morley Eagles, Dan Calverley.
First of all, to JK, D's and the Braves Baseball Club, thank you for the competition. You guys have been the benchmark over recent times, and we can't think of a better organisation to go up in the final series, so we thank you for everything you guys do. You always play it right, you always play it hard, and we know that we're always going to have a great battle, so thank you. To Baseball WA, thank you for the opportunity to get through the season. I'd like to thank Morel for staying away for the 48 hours that we needed. To Morley faithful, thank you for all your support throughout the year. We always travel large. You guys are passionate, you guys are supporters, you're everything that we need. So we just can't thank you enough for the support throughout the year. To Phil and the committee, thank you for your support. It's been a tough year this year, it's been a long year this year, but this certainly makes it all worthwhile. So to Phil, promise you one more on your way out. So there you go. To my guys, I don't know what to say. I ask you to believe, I ask you to buy into the process. I never get much pushback. You guys buy in collectively, we work as a unit. We've said from the first day of spring training, and I'll say it again today, it's going to take all of us to win a championship. And sure enough, you guys have done it, so I couldn't be more proud. To my family, Judy, Grace and George, thank you for your support. You guys mean the world to me. Cheers.
Before we do get to the awards, I do want to make, I guess, additional mentions to Jess and the team and Jono up in the booth, calling games with the commentator pulling out last minute, doing anything he can to help out, and to Jezza running around and floating around the ballpark every game and every week. So I think I'm sure as clubs and committees understand how much pressure they're under from their own members. Jess cops at about 25 different clubs, so big thank you to you, mate. You've been outstanding and always there to try and support the clubs along the way. Moving in for the first award is the Max Lenigan for the best player during the grand final series. Very close in the voting tonight, the last two games. I think there was a couple of home runs, a couple of clutch hits, and outstanding performances by the defence and also pitching on both sides. But this year's Max Lenigan medal goes to Jesse Williams. And I'd like to call Dan back again to introduce his team one by one.
Lockie Southie. Riley Pelkinen. Aaron Bonomi. Mitchie Graham. Warwick Sawpaw. Lockie Wade. Kane Sylvie. Jess Williams. Brendan Singh. Jason Miller. Ben Crook. Kieran Hall. Bodie Wright. Matt Dixon. Riley Franklin. George Calvin. Cosy Partington Hopes. Zy Gordon. Tom Williams. Kieran Chapman. Jeremy Sexton. Reese Thompson. Nick Butch. Cameron Barr. Josh Sylvie. Cody Nicholas. Brady Manning. Tex Prizoff. And this is the point where I would normally say Brad Williamson, but Brad's wife turned 60 today, so happy birthday to Linda. And Brad couldn't be here.
And Coach Dan Calloway. Again, thank you very much, everybody, for another great year. Thanks to Braves, another great season. Again, we'll see you back here next year, I'm sure. And congratulations, the 2025-26 champions, the Morley Eagles.
That's a wrap on the Harcher WA State League for 2025-2026 with the Morley Eagles going back to back in a dominant display throughout the year. We'd just like to thank all of our supporters and all of our partners here at Baseball WA. We'd like to thank Front Row Screens for their work in our broadcasts, and we wish and hope to see everybody back again for the 2026-2027 season starting later on in the year. So thank you and good night.